High School Sports Live and Fox 43.2 present our high school football game of the week. Tonight, it's a Lancaster-Lebanon League Division I matchup as the Wilson Bulldogs have traveled to Landisville to take on the Black Knights of Hempfield. Tonight's broadcast proudly presented by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency, Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships, and F&M Trust Bank. And welcome to the Capital Blue Cross pregame show on HSS Live TV, Fox 43, and also the Pennsylvania Cable Network. I'm Travis Sparks with Coach Bill Chase and Coach Rob Klock. And Coach Klock, we're going to start with Wilson here. You're excited to see our player of the game that we're going to highlight for Wilson, Tommy Hunsaker. He's got 13 touchdowns on the year, just 4 interceptions, and he's thrown for over 1,200 yards. And last week he had a really nice performance as well.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like to see local players, kids that are leaders of their team. So he's obviously their leading passer with over 1,200 yards, but he's also their leading rusher. Last year he counted for 3 touchdowns. He passed for 2. He rushed for 1. He sounds like a very dynamic ball player. I watched a little film on him earlier in the week, so I'm kind of excited. I want to see what the kid brings to the table and kind of compare him to some other local athletes and see what we're working with for the Bulldogs.
As far as Hempfield, the home team goes, Coach Chase, we're going to look at their quarterback, Jackson Landis, 88 for 145, over 1,000 yards in passing, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions on the year. They're trying to get their momentum back from last year when they won the division.
Yeah, Jackson Landis will probably have to have a good game tonight against Wilson. They've struggled a little bit this year, but to be fair, 2 of their losses have come to Manheim Township and to Central York, who are both rated in the top 5 or 6 in 6A. And I'm sure Coach Ager would like to get them back on track. Like I said, they're 2-4 right now, 1-2 in the league. And this is week 7, so you start to think a little bit about playoffs right now. Currently, Hempfield's in the 11th spot. Wilson is in the 5th spot, I believe. So this is a big game that Hempfield probably needs a lot more than Wilson does tonight.
And we are lucky. 60-degree temperatures, just a light breeze, but a beautiful night for football. It's homecoming here tonight at Hempfield as Wilson takes on Hempfield, live on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and pre-owned inventory across 8 brands in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stettler, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. And we want to thank the local community for voting us the 2023 Official Community's Choice Award Best of York and Hanover winner in 5 different categories. Come out today and find out why your friends and neighbors voted Giambalvo number 1. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
More choices, more laughter, more time to play, and less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
We are ready to go here from Hempfield as the Bulldogs declined after winning the toss, so they will get the ball to start the second half. They will kick off here, working left to right as we see it, and we are facing south. So we are looking west to east here as Bulldogs are ready to kick off. Bulldogs in white and red, Black Knights in black and red. Glad you're with us tonight on Fox 43.2 and also on the Pennsylvania Cable Network. And we are getting ready to go here as Ben Rada will kick off. And off we go for week 7. And a squibber. And the Black Knights take it to the 10, and a nice job of getting down to about the 23, 24-yard line as the Black Knights will take the field, and the nice tackle there by Mike Glover for Wilson.
Okay, we'll see what the Black Knights start with. try to get something established early on.
Trying to break a 2-game losing streak, lost 4 of their last 5. They did win their opener against Dallastown. They'll come out and 2 receivers here to the near side. Landis with a man in the backfield. Rolling, looking, has 2 men open, and the pass is incomplete. He was looking for Micah Gates.
And that was a double tight set, I believe, with 2 flankers out here on the left side, and just a corner out by the inside guy just missed.
It looks like they did max protect it, too. They left both tight ends in. Maybe a little concern there about Wilson's defense. Probably pretty smart on the Black Knights' part.
Yeah, Braden Charles was open here on the near side, and pass went to Micah Gates, who was double covered, incomplete, so 2nd down. Back to the same formation. Landis, 1-step drop, now wants Gates. Taken down at the 30. Gates, the leading receiver on this team. That is his 30th catch on the year.
That's the same route he ran on the first play, just a little 5-yard hitch, and Landis went to him this time. Puts him in a 3rd and 5 now.
So substitutions in on both sides.
I always like the all-white uniforms. Makes you look bigger and faster, I think. I don't know why, but it seems that way to me.
Very nice, clean look on Wilson tonight.
And you don't get grass stains hardly anymore.
Got a 3-man front. Oh, they're going to walk up the defensive ends, outside linebackers.
Landis gets the snap.
They both dropped, though.
Looking left, pass is almost intercepted. He did not get past the line of scrimmage. So a nice job by the Wilson defense to deflect it and force a 3-and-out early.
And Rob and I were talking about the deferring and what percentage of coaches do it sometimes. I'm not sure what it would be in high school, but that's why you defer a lot of times. 3-and-out, and you're going to get good field position.
Sadly, it doesn't always pay off, though.
No, it doesn't.
But great job by Wilson's defense.
When I would be the underdog a lot of time, I would like the ball first, because if I could score first, then it gives my team that momentum.
Landis. And only went about 10 yards.
Yeah, that punt was not blocked. I think it just came off of his foot awfully low.
I think he may have hit his own player in the backfield. Yeah. So great starting field position for Wilson.
This is not the start Hempfield wanted.
Nope.
You know, last week they lost a backyard rivalry to Penn Manor, who joins the Hempfield School District, and I'm sure that was a tough loss for them.
So this was the story, one of the stories last week for Wilson. Great starting field position, and it continues this week from the 40 of the Black Knights.
We got a no-back set to start things off. See if he airs it out.
I won't be surprised if he runs it here. So you said he was the leading rusher here. Hunsiker, 3-step drop, looking, fires, incomplete. The intended receiver was Maddox Gruber. That'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to guess he will run it at some point out of that formation, but Hempfield did not seem to empty out the box, so Hempfield definitely had him outnumbered, and that calls for that. I don't know if they have a run-pass option there, but
it does look like that could be a possibility. They could have 2 possible outcomes, and there they decided they didn't empty out the box, so they would throw it. Let's see if they change it up here.
Edison Case here on the near side with Gruber. One of 2 Hunsikers on the team, Tommy Hunsiker. And he throws it out to the side to Jackson Wagner. Gets 5, gets 10, gets a lot more. He's going to have a 1st down past the 20.
Receiver got a great block out there off the #1 receiver. Did a fantastic job for blocking for his fellow receiver.
And just a popular concept these days that at every level of football, if you get an equal number, you got to break 1 tackle. You got to beat 1 guy. Block 1, beat 1.
So 1st down at the 17.
Empty backfield again.
Hunsiker. Looks right, looking right all the way, looking end zone for Gruber, and incomplete out of his hands.
Nice placement of the football, great attempt.
That was good coverage.
Yeah, it really was. Yep.
Second down coming up here for Wilson on a 4-game winning streak. Defeated Governor Mifflin last week 21-14, despite only having the ball for 5 minutes in the first half.
And that's a big rivalry game for them. I know there were a few years when Singleton was playing for Governor Mifflin. They smashed Wilson, and that must have hurt.
Empty backfield again. Pretty consistent here.
Once again, going to take it himself this time off the high snap, and not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, I just think they're outnumbered when they go empty. If they want to run the ball, I think you're going to see a lot of passing out of this empty if Hempfield continues to play the same front. They have 6 or 7 guys jammed right in there.
It really does put a defense in a bit of a jam, because if you do adjust for the pass, then they're going to run it at you. So you basically have to go with one or the other. So we'll see. Maybe they'll mix it up. Empty again.
No gain, so 3rd and 10. About a 10-yard cushion between all the Wilson receivers and all the Hempfield defenders. Hunsaker looking, running out of time, scrambles out of it. Still trying to make the play alive. And throws to the end zone, wide open, caught, touchdown.
Nice mobility.
Maddox Gruber with the touchdown. Gruber got a touchdown last week against Governor Mifflin.
Rob, not having been a quarterback myself, you can probably answer, how tough is it to have to scramble like that and then pick your eyes back up and find a guy almost immediately?
There's no question. That's really tough. But again, the kids play together for so long, they know it. But I'll be very honest with you, Bill. I was not much of a scrambler.
So touchdown for Gruber, looking to add on the extra point now for Wilson. And the kick is all the way to the scoreboard, and good. The kick made by Ben Rada. 9:30 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Wilson up on Hempfield on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Five plays, 40 yards, 1:15 seconds, and a 17-yard touchdown pass from Tommy Hunsaker to Maddox Gruber. And a lot of the legwork was done by Hunsaker that time.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's what I wanted to see. You know, what kind of athlete is the kid? Obviously, he's a very good athlete. Scrambling ability, he may have to run very high, and he did get his eyes downfield right away and release that football very quickly. Very impressive on that young man's part for that play.
Yeah, these are no longer the Wilson teams of John Gursky and Jerry Schlemmer, where they would pound it out of the I formation and just, you know, they'd beat you to death 21-3, something like that. They've had obviously good quarterbacks over the years now with Kerry Collins, Chad Henne.
Rada with the kick, taken at the 10 to the right side, and Gruber had the touchdown, and he's there for the tackle.
And once you start going sideways on the kickoff return, you're in trouble.
Unless you have exceptional speed and can get outside the pursuit.
This is extremely important now that Hempfield get a couple of first downs.
Went 3 and out on their first possession. And they'll start this one from the 19.
Second trip of the field for the offense of the Black Knights, first and 10 at the 19.
Landis was 1 for 3 on the first drive. Receivers to both sides. Now Gates in motion. And up the middle with the run is Eli Walls. Full name Elijah Walls. He gets up to the 25, give him 6.
That's actually a great start, a little bit of confidence. You know, just it doesn't sound like a lot, but 6 yards gives you a lot more options on second down.
Yeah, as we like to say, they have to stay ahead of the chains or they're going to be in trouble.
Wilson looked like they had a pretty stacked defensive line there, too.
Yeah,
so that's impressive.
You know, I know years ago they used to play that old 6-2 look, and they kind of almost looked like that at one point.
They definitely loaded the box, no question.
Gates in motion again. Fake to him. Stays with Landis. Up to about the 27. So 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I think they are kind of daring them to pass because, again, that was a pretty loaded front. Now, obviously, it's 3rd down, although it's only 2 yards. It may change here.
As I said in the pregame, Landis has to have a good game tonight. So this is where your veteran quarterback has to shine. He has to be able to complete that short little pass. It's going to get you a 1st down on 3rd down. Let's see if they do run the ball, though. They have trips.
Landis tries the hard count.
Oh, there it is, too. You're right, Bill. Nice little short pass
yeah,
there.
That's the play that they've got to complete to move the chains, and now they're in a situation where they have to punt again.
Let's credit 11, Chris Hunsiger, who had the pressure off the edge and forced the bad pass. So it is another 3 and out for Hempfield.
I really felt up top where the trips were. Wilson was playing really soft there. They could have just hit the little hitch and got the 1st down up there. I think it would have been, that was a tough throw he had to make.
Bad punt the first time for Hempfield. Let's see if Landis can improve.
Low again.
Low, but a lot better on the bounce.
Yeah, the hop helped him out. Oh.
And Wilson's going to take it from the 35. A heads-up play by, a nice play by 84. That's Edison Case. And he gets 16 yards out of it, and Wilson starts back in Hempfield territory.
Yeah, I like that. I like that little play, a little gamble there.
Yep, heads up, smart football.
They actually bump it up to the 48.
And Wilson will take over 1st down and 10 in Hempfield territory. Ball at the 48-yard line. 7:40 remaining in the
All right, we actually have some backs in the backfield.
Corell Akins now in the backfield, leading rusher for Wilson, along with Cam Zullinger as the H-back. No motion yet. Now they send Akins in motion and Hunsiger up the middle, 3 yards, up to the 45.
Okay, so they started him in the backfield that time, but then they motion out. So again, it ended up being an empty backfield, and they wanted to see how they adjusted to it. They did adjust the D-back, okay, but they didn't empty anyone out of the box.
Valjukevich stays in on the left side. Case here on the right side. Jackson Wagner as the flanker. On 2nd and long. Hunsiker with the long count. Play clock down to 10. Hunsiker looking, out of trouble. Wants to throw, but ends up keeping it.
That was a pretty good decision. He maybe had a shot downfield, but he wisely held onto the football and came up just shy, I believe, of the 1st down.
Yeah, I watched Hempfield's big kid, David Polipali, the last 2 plays, and Wilson put a couple guys on him each time. Where he's the young man that apparently is going to Southern Cal.
Number 54 for the Black Knights. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the night as the pass goes out to Jackson Wagner. He cuts upfield and gets the 1st down.
That time he did it on his own. He didn't need the block, and he cut back inside. Nice little move. Puts that D back in a bind. One of the hardest things in football.
Yeah, when you just want, and that's a good play on, it's 3rd and 2.
And they get 10 yards out of the 3rd and short up to the 29. No huddle. This might be a record on High School Sports Live. I think the last time we had a play under center was like week 3. Everybody's going shotgun anymore. Hunsaker out in the flat. He's got Wagner again. Nice juke move to the 10, down to the 8.
Great downfield blocking by Wilson's other receivers. Obviously, the receiver making the catch is primary, but the other two receivers did an outstanding job blocking downfield for their teammate.
Brings up first and goal.
I have not seen Hunsaker play before, but he's impressed me. He's really good with finding the open receiver and getting rid of the ball quickly.
I'm watching his feet, too. I really like his feet.
Now this middle receiver right here, oh, nice play.
And the give on the outside, and it's going to be a touchdown for Carell Akins. His third touchdown of the year, second touchdown on the night for Wilson.
Nice little option look there. Get to
Yeah,
see the
just
kid
a
in
little
action.
the old speed option where there's no. It looked like Hunsaker took a little step forward and then he attacked the defensive end.
Yep, well-designed play.
And I like when they made that pitch. The running back was heading forward. You know, he had his shoulder square to the line.
It's a tough play to defend.
Oh yeah.
Ben Rada out of the hold of Adam Woods. And he hits it out to the scoreboard again.
He's got a good foot.
5:59 left to go, first quarter. Now 14-0 Wilson up on Hempfield on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
You may recycle your electronics, appliances, and mercury thermostats at the Dauphin County Recycling Center.
In addition to 8 local drop-off sites for recyclable materials.
Recycling matters in Dauphin County.
Since 2001, Dauphin County has recycled over 10,000 tons of electronics.
And 1.6 million tons of recyclables like cardboard and plastics.
Keep up the great work.
Bring it on!
That's 2 straight 5-play drives for Wilson. 5 plays, 49 yards, 1 minute 51 seconds. Extra point good. And 14-0. Wilson on top of Hempfield. Glad you're with us with Bill Chase and Rob Block, Travis Sparks. Thanks for joining us also on Pennsylvania Cable Network. Check out PCN's upcoming schedule of high school football at PCNTV.com.
And Travis, they may not have possession of the ball very often tonight either, but it's because they're scoring so fast. Let's hope Hempfield can hold on to the ball for a little bit, put a drive together. Again, slow this game down a little bit, get some time off that clock, because 14-0 already. This is not looking good.
Yeah, Wilson started off the year 0-2. They lost to Roman Catholic, I believe, in the opening game, and then had an overtime loss to Central Dauphin. So they've rattled off 4 in a row.
Nice high kick.
And dropped and kick again and out to the 10 and no man's land for Hempfield. And they're going to have starting position at about the 7.
Going to make it even harder for themselves. Extend the field, but again, just try to put together a drive, put together a couple of first downs. Slow this game down a little bit so it doesn't get out of hand.
Monty Greer with the tackle on PJ Poole on the kick. And with 5:50 to go in the first quarter, they say 8-yard line. So Landis will come out with receivers to both sides. And they've got Devin Luano in the backfield, and he takes the RPO up front and about 2 yards.
Into a gag on the Bulldog defenders.
We have 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that's again not what you want on first down. Obviously, last round we had 6 yards on that first play. It was a lot easier.
2nd down and 8.
It's tough being a play caller when you're down 14-0 and you're stuck inside your 10 now, and you know you need a couple of first downs. There's a lot of pressure.
It does limit your play sheet a little bit.
Cam Zollinger, Derek Reininger, Logan Kurzweg, and Mike Glover, your front 4 across for Wilson. Doing a good job at stopping the run tonight. And give. No give, actually, as Landis falls. So the 2 they gained on the first play, they lose. So it'll be back to 3rd down and 10.
And again, back to possibilities. So maybe look for a screen here, maybe look for a draw, because again, trying to go deep from your own end zone might be a bit of a challenge.
That makes me nervous how Hempfield has punted the ball the first 2 times. I don't know if that's their normal punt, but I guess we're going to find out.
So 3 receivers again. Play clock, as you can see, right behind Landis, down to 3. Landis wants to go over the middle and incomplete. He wanted his tight end, Philip Krauser, and just out of his reach, and it is 4th down.
Yeah, Gruber almost had a pick on that, and I got a bad feeling that would have been a pick 6 because he was headed for that pylon.
So Wilson is looking now at getting the ball most likely inside the 50 again.
Yeah, their deep man's heels are on the 45-yard line of Hempfield. Not a good place to be for the Black Knights.
And that is not an illusion. Usually the printing for a school is usually inside the end zone. Hempfield's is outside of the end zone, so the printing on the field is away, is past the back line. A little better kick this time, but Gruber, that is taking it on the run is Edison Case down the sideline, and he is gone. Touchdown.
Wow.
And that's just a problem when you can't get any height on a kick. You can't get down. The punt returners from Wilson, obviously, they've done their scouting. They know that they're playing it short. They're going to get it on the bounce if they can't get it on the fly.
Yeah, the rule for the deep man usually is never let it touch the ground, but they don't have much of a choice.
Well, they don't have much
They're
choice,
not going to
sure.
catch it in the air, but they're doing a great job of scooping it on the first bounce. Again, some great blocking. Great team football for Wilson. They really are playing for each other.
49-yard return for Edison Case, and Ben Rada trying to make it 21-0. And successful. 4:01 left to go in the first quarter. Wilson 21, Hempfield nothing on Fox 43.2.
Breaker box is toast. Recommend the whole rewiring.
Well, that sounds expensive. Is that something a home equity loan could help with?
No clue, but listen, if you're trying to make money fast, head down to the horse track and let it all ride on old Cloud Stomper. Jockey's my cousin. Well, second.
That works for you?
It will work. It will.
Let me think about that.
Borrow better with our range of fast and easy loans. Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
4:01 left to go here in the first quarter. 21-0. Wilson leading Hempfield. Glad you're with us tonight here on Fox 43.2. Also HSSLiveTV.com, where you can catch the archive of most of our games that we do over the season, and also from past seasons as well. Check out our archive at HSSLiveTV.com. And those of you checking us out on PCN on same weekend coverage, thank you for joining us here on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2. Thanks to Charlie Fortney and everybody. Invicta, our Chad Edwards, Kaylee Edwards, our directing team tonight, with Bill Chase and Rob Clark, Travis Sparks, as Wilson is up 21-0.
It'll really help if Hempfield can get this ball outside the 25-yard line.
So Rada to kick off again. Booms it up in the air. This time Gates is going to come down with it and comes here to the near side. And probably the best field position of the night for Hempfield so far, the 28-yard line.
All right, Hempfield, let's see what you got here.
Now, being realistic, it's 21-0. They have to establish something. I know we've said this the first 3 drives, but they really do need to do something here. Plus, just to give some people a break. I don't know how much they platoon, but just to give their defense a bit of a chance to catch their breath.
Officials marked it up to the 29. So first down.
This is the formation they open the game with: 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts.
Gates in motion. This is the fake Landis, and pass is incomplete, intended for Philip Krauser.
I think a D-lineman got a piece of that right there. Deflection.
I want to give where credit is due. It is National Official Recognition Week. Our officials tonight: Randy Fields, Jeff Deal, Jeff Brown, John McLaughlin, and Dave Kemick. Wearing the stripes tonight. 5-man team for regular season here.
I'll give Jeff Brown an extra shout out. He was one of my assistant coaches when I was the head coach at Redland. Good man. Hope he doesn't blow any calls tonight.
Charles in motion. Landis looking his way. Looking to throw. Has a man and a first down. Nice catch by Micah Gates.
All right, nice job.
Yeah, well executed, sat in the pocket. Nice release on the football. They really needed that.
16 yards and the first down for Hempfield.
Okay, so it gives them a little bit more breathing room. Let's see if they can maintain a little something, a little bit of consistency.
They'll come with the two receivers here to the near side with Gates and Charles. Landis rolling, looking, has a man, and a nice pattern. Gates, another first down.
I think that route is there because they run off the corner with the outside receiver, and then they run that little deep out with the inside receiver, and the outside linebacker can't get enough depth to get to him.
They did keep both tight ends in. It was a double tight.
Yeah.
And it was nice maximum protection blocking. You got a little bit of a roll to the left. Well executed.
14 yards, another first down.
Trips to the right.
Landis going right. Under pressure. And going to throw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, that's interesting. He's rolling to the right. Two of Hempfield's receivers were actually near the middle of the field, were actually moving opposite. So I'm not sure. I don't think that was a scramble. It looked like it was
he took off right away on the sprint.
Yeah.
Austin Valuekevich, 88 for Wilson on the pressure.
And Wilson is they're just a strong program every year. I mean, for years and years, they have been near or at the top of LL Section 1. And last year, Hempfield won it outright, beating both them and Manheim Township.
So from the 41, second down. Jackson Landis looking, has room. That's Micah Gates again. 30 down to the 26, tackled by Brady Klein, and another first down for Hempfield.
Double tight protection is working very well for them. There they did release the halfback into the flat, and that was his read. He read from low to high on that release back out of the backfield.
Landis throws a nice ball when he gets the time. That's not always an easy throw because he's throwing the ball quite a way. He snaps it off really well.
He does. Yeah, we have two nice quarterbacks here tonight.
They've thrown all 5 of the plays this drive. Completions have gone for 16, 14, and 16. All 3 to Gates. Gates now middle of the formation. They send Eli Walls to the right side. And they throw to the tight end and caught! Touchdown! Philip Krauser.
So what they did there is they took the running back in motion, and they wanted to see the adjustment the defense would made, and they just sent the tight end right down the chute. Great call, great notice.
They have a single safety, and he cheats to the trip side, so that guy's pretty much one-on-one with him.
Yep.
Looking at the replay, and 11 on 11.
Yeah.
And Chris Hunsiger could not get his hands up high enough, and Philip Krauser with the touchdown.
Well executed.
Brady Bisco now on to try and tack on the 7th point for Hempfield. And it's good. 2:24 left to go. First quarter. Wilson 21, Hempfield 7 on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
More choices. More laughter. More time to play. And less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Sixth place, 71 yards, a minute 37, and a 25-yard touchdown reception by Philip Krauser from Jackson Landis, who had started the game 1 for 4 passing and 4 for 6 in that drive. All passes for Hempfield.
So now I want to see how Wilson reacts. They had so much success early. Okay, so now Hempfield had a little bit of success. I'm curious to see what kind of reaction will we get out of the Bulldogs.
Well, assuming there's not a large kickoff return yardage-wise, this will be the first time we'll see Wilson maybe have to go some distance to cover the yardage for a touchdown this time.
Brady Bisco with the kick. Maddox Gruber at his own 9. He's had really good success with returns, and there he goes again up to the 30. 21-yard return.
He's got a little bit of speed.
Yeah, he kicked it in there nice. And again, field position, it's major at all levels, but especially at high school. But like you're saying, this is a much longer field than they saw the first 3 drives.
So this is still a big series for Hempfield here. They'd like to get off the field 3 and out. Haven't been able to stop Wilson yet, but now it's 71 yards to go instead of 41.
First 2 offensive series for Wilson, 5 plays and touchdown. Then the punt returned by Maddox Gruber for the touchdown. And we just saw the last score from Hempfield. That's how we've gotten to 21-7 so far. Hunsaker and incomplete. The receiver had not turned back around. That was Carell Akins.
I hate to jinx it, but we only have 2 minutes left in the first quarter. I don't think we've seen a penalty yet. We haven't seen a turnover yet. Is that correct?
Correct and correct.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive for a high school football game.
Travis is probably thinking he wish he took the over for this game. I'm watching this matchup with Polly in the Wilson center, who is not that big. Polly goes about 280, 300.
He lines up as the nose guard, Polly.
A shovel.
A shovel pass and going nowhere.
I watched Polly. He got pancaked.
Yeah, I was surprised his shoulder pad level went up a little high.
Yeah.
David Ennis on the tackle for Hempfield.
But the difference is when a kid that big gets pancaked, it does make a pile. So it's, even though they're might not be making the tackle, they may move the lanes a little.
3rd and 11, Akins in motion.
Big down for Hempfield here.
Hunsaker looking, has time, flag.
There's our first penalty. Oh my!
Air it out.
Oh my!
And a man wide open.
My guess is though you're going to have a holding call here. At least that's where they normally.
So no excitement just yet on the Wilson side.
Not quite sure how he got so open, but good job by Hunsaker to get his eyes on it.
And it is a hold against Wilson. So back it up 10 yards. But only 10 yards from the line of scrimmage because
no more spot foul.
Correct. If the penalty is behind the line of
that
scrimmage.
That was a good rule change.
Yes,
because
very good.
As an offensive play caller, it made it very difficult. You don't have a lot of plays for 2nd and 27. And I think it really improves the high school game definitely.
Yes.
So they move up the spot to the 19. So Ends up being 3rd and 20.
Now, David Palapali not at nose guard in this play. He's out here at left defensive end. Maybe that's an adjustment they make when it's a definite pass situation.
We'll talk about the penalty spot in just a moment here because they only marked off 9 yards, which means part of that catch was good. Hunsaker looking, going down the middle, looking again for Edison Case, and he could not get both hands on it. Incomplete.
Nice ball.
So it'll be 4th down and 20.
All right, that was a big positive series for Hempfield.
Yes.
So they technically force 3 and out and end up being 4 and out. They did get 11 yards on that wide open catch with Martin back 10 for the penalty. So 4th down and 20. And Hunsaker is going to do the punting.
It's always nice when you have your quarterback as your punter because you never know. See something? Don't think they would do it from here, but you never know. Nice punt.
Nice high punt.
Oh, you got to catch that.
Had about 10 yards of room where Gates could have ran up and gotten it, but the punt falls at the 29, which ends up being a 52-yard punt, but we have a flag.
52-yard kick for Wilson.
Does it measure, Rob, how many punt returners won't catch the ball?
I got to be honest,
like, particularly?
Yeah, it's shocking. And like that was one of our rules. If you're going to be the punt returner, you have to catch the ball.
Exactly.
You cannot let the ball bounce. Now there it was only about 4 or 5 yards, but that adds up through the course of a game.
Yes.
And sometimes it's 15 or 20 yards, and instead of starting from your own, your own 40, you're starting from your own 25.
Yeah, and I felt in high school punt returners play too deep initially. If a punter's gonna make a really good punt in high school, and it's gonna go over your head, you still have time to run back and get under it.
Run back and get it.
But it's tough to be running up full speed and have the fortitude to catch it on the run coming up.
Knowing you're probably going to get cracked. Yeah, but that was always our rule. I'm okay with you fair catching it, but you must catch the football.
I would just like to see high school punt returners probably 5 to 7 yards closer, maybe even 10.
So the penalty, we were trying to read lips here. The penalty is holding against Hempfield. They're going to decline it. So the 52-yard punt stands, and it'll be 1st down for Hempfield with 49 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
That's an interesting decline there. Because if you get another penalty, you get a 1st down.
Well, it was 4th and 20. The hold would have been 10 yards.
Yeah,
52. Granted, it was a good punt.
It was.
Yeah, how often are you going to get 2 back-to-back holding penalties, and how often are you going to get 2 back-to-back 52-yard punts here in high school? But I see your point, Coach.
I'll let you know next time he punts.
Yeah, that will definitely help his average.
From the 29, 1st down for Hempfield, down 14 here in the first quarter with 3 receivers to the near side and 1 man to Jackson Landis's right.
Trips.
And Landis wants to throw to Gates, the middleman.
Oh, nice.
Breaks through for about an 8-yard gain.
And that's exactly what you want out of that play.
Yep, very similar to what Wilson was doing. Block the outs, block the number 1, try to make one guy miss.
So up to the 38.
Gain of 9 on the play, 2nd down and 1.
Okay, again, let's put together a drive. A little bit of consistency.
They do not have to run another play before the play clock runs out. The game clock now down to 10. The play clock at 14. I think it's going to be up to Landis whether or not he snaps it now. Down to 3, 2, 1. They do snap it. And the give on the inside to Eli Walls.
Nice.
Walls gets the 1st down.
A little bit of momentum going into the end of the first quarter. Well done.
Yes.
7 yards, and that's how the first quarter ends. Hempfield struggling at first, but getting a little bit of momentum going. It's Wilson 21, Hempfield 7 on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
That's everything. Receipts in the bag.
Awesome. Say, how do you, budget?
Well, I have a spreadsheet that I update annually.
Okay.
And I round up on income and round down on expenses.
Well, that sounds backwards, right?
No, I'm pretty sure that's right. Income up, Dead down. Looks good on paper.
Huh.
Keep your budget in shape with our personal finance tool. Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
Lock it up at Hoffman Ford. Only Hoffman Ford offers 2 years maintenance included with any new 2023 Ford car, truck, or SUV order. Plus, lock in Ford's lowest APR rate today. Get 2 years maintenance included exclusively at Hoffman Ford. Why would you order from anywhere else? Who has your best deal on a new Ford?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Second quarter action here from Hempfield as Wilson outscoring Hempfield, but another story if you're looking at the stat sheet, 100 yards total for Hempfield, 87 for Wilson there in the first quarter. Hempfield with the ball again. Man in motion is Charles and the RPO, and they want to go to Gates. Gates guarded and caught.
Well caught. He was well defended, and he went up and took it. Well done.
He did a nice job shielding off the defender there.
That was outstanding. Nice ball thrown by the quarterback, and Landis, he's a nice release.
37 yards, and here we see on the replay had a lot of good protection.
Great protection, yep. Yes, right there. You can see it. He shields him. That's an outstanding job.
Jonah Pertet on the coverage, but never really had a chance with being, to use a basketball term, boxed out.
Yeah, the only way he was going to do it is if he interfered with him. That would be the only possible way.
First and goal for Hempfield. Play clock down to 7. Landis, RPO again, looking right side, incomplete.
I think that one he might have thrown away. He didn't like what he saw. Kind of threw it over his head a little bit.
Snap looked a little high,
Yeah.
might have thrown him off a little bit, and he got some pressure on his right side.
If it was intentional, it wasn't a bad move. First down, nice drive. Don't waste. Live to play another day.
So second down and goal. First quarter numbers for Landis. He was 6 for 12, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Add another 37 onto that from the completion to start the second quarter. Landis looking again, under pressure and sacked. Wow, he was sandwiched.
He did a good job stepping up, but unfortunately there was more pressure coming off the left side. He stepped up to stay away from the pressure from the right side, but unfortunately it's just too much.
Mike
Yeah,
Glover.
Wilson kept their lanes pretty well there, didn't break down.
Yep.
Glover with the sack. Give him the credit. Back to the 14-yard line, and just everybody converging at the quarterback. So the sack yardage is actually rushing yardage. It comes off of Landis' stats, and now just inside the 15. It's still third and goal. We have whistles. And timeout Hempfield. We take one as well. 10:40 left to go in the second quarter. Wilson up 21-7 on High School Sports Live.
Thanks for watching, Mr. Pickles, again.
I'm happy to. Love this little dude.
Hey, do you mind helping me fill out this IRA form? What feels good to you?
Well, my horoscope said my moon is rising in the week of the tiger.
So, like double, you think?
Oh, for sure. The signs never lie. Just ask Mr. Pickles. He knows. He knows. He does.
Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
10:40 left to go here in the first half. 2-touchdown lead for Wilson. Coming up on third and goal here for Hempfield. Want to give a shout out to the guys at BulldogHour.com. It's a podcast which focuses strictly on Wilson football. Got to listen to it and was able to do some homework on both these teams here. So shout out to both those guys, and I hope your pizza place stays open tonight, whichever one you choose. From the 14.
This is an interesting situation. I'm curious what Hempfield will do if they get some positive yardage here.
Landis looking left, running out of time, and it is incomplete, out of bounds.
He had him there.
Yeah, that was well executed. He just missed.
Gates.
The reason I brought up, I'm interested to see what they're going to do now, because their extra points have not impressed me up to this point, and now you're taking a field goal. I would have liked to have seen them, if they could have gotten 5 or 6 yards, I think that might have gone for the touchdown.
Well, they are trotting out the field goal team. Here's the replay. We'll see how close they came. Now we got to go to the field goal here. So Brady Bisco, 5'11" sophomore. This is going to be a 31-yard kick. Had 5 field goals in our game last week. It's blocked.
You were right, Bill.
And it could be returned by Edison Case. He's coming down the sideline and to the 32-yard line. So heads up by Edison Case to get a couple extra yardage, because if he had just let that go, it would have dropped at the 20.
And that's when I know I'm looking at a well-coached team. When kids know that what they can do as far as picking a ball up, when they can run with it, when they can't run with it. You know, like a muff on a punt, yes. You cannot advance that.
Nice block. Coming off the edge, that was Jonna Bertet, who was the defender on the long pass here, but he came off the wing and ended up blocking.
Yeah, that was a big exchange right there.
Case is going to have some nice return yards for the game.
So 10:22 left to go here, first half. Wilson now taking over. Off the heads-up play from the 32, and the give outside to Valjukevich. And he'll get up to the 39, a gain of 7.
Similar concept to earlier. One thing I'm noticing about the difference in styles, Wilson doesn't huddle, okay, whereas Hempfield does. And again, not necessarily faster. It's not like they're going super fast, but it's just a different way of getting your play onto the field.
So 6 on the gain. They get 2nd and 4 from the 38. Hunsaker going to go off the left side. Nice blocking.
Nice.
Gets up to the 48.
Yeah, that was a planned run the whole way. Looked like he did have some freedom, though, and he could pick and choose where he was going to run.
Yeah, Rob, I like that contrast that you mentioned there, and I mean, it's not like him. Wilson doesn't go NASCAR fast,
right.
But I like even I'm not from that era of football. I like the concept of constantly pressuring the defense.
Cam Zollinger.
We got an uncovered receiver.
Had a flag and offside on Hempfield.
Yeah, to be able to constantly pressure the defense, you're not running a play like Tennessee every 13 seconds, but you're up on the line, you're ready to go.
I hate to say it, that might have been the best thing that happened for Hempfield, jumping off sides.
I agree.
They had an uncovered receiver right off their own sideline. Their coaching staff was kind of going nuts about it.
That is our first accepted penalty of the evening. So to the 43, it's 2nd and 5. 1st and 5, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Got lucky
snap.
on the snap.
Yeah. Again, do the right thing. Don't make a bad situation worse. Looks like they were contemplating a jet sweep there. But again, good athlete. He handled it. It was a high snap. He handled it, and then he just kind of fell forward. They lost maybe, what, a yard?
Yep.
So could have been a lot worse.
The 2nd and 6. Valjukevich and Gruber far side. Case near side. Zollinger in the backfield with Tommy Hunsaker. And stoppage in play.
Yeah, back to Rob's point about playing fast, being no huddle versus huddle. It amazes me today how many quarterbacks have probably never taken a snap under center. I forget what game it was I was watching the other day, but it was a college game, I think, and the quarterback in high school or college had never been under center. And so when you want to get up and push the quarterback like the Eagles do for that 1 yard.
That's something you definitely have to practice.
Hunsaker.
Blitz coming off the edge, good pickup.
Looking long, looking left for Case.
Nice
Got it.
catch.
I pointed it at the 11. 33 yards and a first down.
I think that shows the confidence Tommy Hunsinger has in his receiver. He just very
you have a
casually.
tall receiver. He obviously has some good ball skills.
Yep, he just casually threw that one up there. Well done.
Yep. And, yep.
Nice.
Got it at the highest point possible. Defended there by Gabe Brito. But a first down just outside the 10, so they can't get a first down without getting a touchdown. Zollinger again in the backfield with Hunsiker. Hunsiker looking, wanting the end zone. Got it, touchdown, Edison Case.
And if we see the replay, take notice how the receiver used his hands to catch that ball. He didn't let it come into his shoulder pads. He caught it with his hands. Nice job.
Another 5-play scoring drive for the Bulldogs of Wilson.
Yeah, nice slant route. Took away the leverage. Great placement of the football, too. He found that window, but you're right. Caught it with the hands. Young receivers, pay attention to that.
That is Case's second touchdown of the evening. His first was on the punt return. Rada with the extra point. And the lead is back to 3 touchdowns for Wilson. 7:46 left to go first half. Wilson 28, Hempfield 7 on High School Sports Live on the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and pre-owned inventory across 8 brands in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. And we want to thank the local community for voting us the 2023 Official Community's Choice Award Best of York and Hanover winner in 5 different categories. Come out today and find out why your friends and neighbors voted Giambalvo #1. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Coming up at halftime, the Jack Giambalvo halftime report with the Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime stats, and the F&M Trust first half highlights all coming up here, plus a special interview with John Giambalvo of the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships, and our first half analysis coming up at halftime here from homecoming at Hempfield, and still a beautiful night out. Temperatures in the 60s, just a little bit of wind. I want to thank Mother Nature for holding off on getting that cold front coming through until tomorrow. It's going to get cold here in central PA. Next week is highs will only be in the 60s, and we're going to be about 75 here today. And a lot of sunshine here during the pregame, and still beautiful here tonight. Thank you for joining us here. We are off next week. Our next game will be in 2 weeks. Central Dauphin at Central Dauphin East on Friday, October 20th on High School Sports Live. From the 9, here's Eddie Asadu, and up to about the 18-yard line, and Hempfield is back on offense.
So Saturday morning, a lot of high school coaches like to play the if game. What if we would have gotten that score down here? Instead, we got a sack and made it almost impossible. Even though they had the guy open in the end zone on that 3rd down play, get a field goal blocked, and then Wilson goes down and scores in 5 or 6 plays, and instead of 21-14, it's 28-7. Big difference.
Especially at the high school level, and at every level, momentum is key. But these are kids, and it's hard to bounce back. So let's see if they can. Again, they did show some really good signs, so let's hope they can maintain that.
Landis with the receivers to his right. Looking all the way right. Has a man, it's Gates. Up to the 30.
They found something they like there with that window.
They really have they have the concept from the hash to the sideline. They want it that dead area in there is where we used to call it, I used to tell our quarterbacks, look for that window, there's a window right there.
And he's doing a very good job of placing it there.
So another first down for Hempfield, this time up to the 30. Braden Charles to the far side as a receiver. They go to Gates again. 5, 6, 7, 8 yards.
Again, well executed. It's like an outside toss, but he's starting outside already because of the screen concept.
Yeah, if you can block, there are 3 defenders over there and 3 receivers. If you can block 2 of them, you leave the safety who's 10 or 12 yards deep unblocked, and he's got to come a long way to make the play.
Yeah, he made the tackle there, but it was 9 yards later. So, yeah, it's a good concept. Gives your quarterback a little bit of confidence, too. You're getting some easy completions.
So 1 to go here on 2nd down. Gates now near side. He's going to be by himself. Charles lines up behind him. The RPO. This time, airing it out for Gates. And intercepted. Yes, it is intercepted by Jonah Pertet.
The back judge doing a great job finishing the play from his bottom, but well done. He did not lose eye contact with the play.
So along with the blocked field goal, Jonah Pertet also has an interception. At the 6:15 mark here of the 2nd quarter. So I'll mark it at the 22. Here's a look at it again.
Keep his eyes, keep his eyes.
Yeah.
Well executed on the official's part.
That was impressive.
Yes, and he makes the call from the ground. Well done. That's going to happen in games, let's be honest.
20 on the play clock, so Hunsaker in no rush to get this play off here on 1st down. And he wants to keep it himself, but not going anywhere. And that's Mr. Polly on the sack.
Now, Hempfield has given up a lot of points this year, close to 30 a game, but like I said, they've played some tough competition, and I had read somewhere where they lost 9 starters off their team from last year on defense. That's hard to replace.
That is, yes.
You might think you have good kids coming in, but still, to lose 9 starters.
David Polly, 6'3", 315. Recruited by University of Southern California. 10 on the play clock, 2nd down and long. Tommy Hunsaker, and the give this time to Akins. And he will get up to the 22-yard line.
Rushing yardage is coming tough.
Yeah, both sides of the ball. Both teams.
Now,
So,
both quarterbacks have thrown for over 1,000 yards already into this week, so you know, primarily, I guess that's what they live by.
Yeah.
Down under 5 minutes here to go. 1st half. Hunsaker looking right, looking middle, and incomplete. Wanted Gruber. A little high on the touch. It'll be 4th down.
You're right. They did stand the big kid up again.
Yeah, when it's 3rd and long, they move Polly out to a stand-up DN, and he just bull rushes.
Yeah. Although I got to give hats off to the left tackle for Wilson.
He rode him right around
he did a great job. Yep. That'll be a nice challenge for a high school kid, knowing you're going up against a kid who's being recruited at that level.
As long as your quarterback knows to step up.
Yeah, you might have to yell lookout block once in a while with a kid of that level. So good job by Hempfield. Now let's see if they can get the ball back, get a score here before halftime.
All right,
That
I
would be
want to
fantastic.
see if this kid can punt another 50-yarder in there.
So Tommy Hunsaker off the side of his foot, and it's going to
quite
bounce out of bounds at the 49. So a 27-yard punt, no return.
All right, good field position for Hempfield to, with 4.5 minutes to go. You got plenty of time to cut this deficit.
And in the process, maybe go ahead and eat the rest of this clock. Try to score with, if you do have the ability to do it and eat a little bit of time off the
neither
clock.
team seems like clock eaters.
Yeah, you are right there.
From the 49 of Wilson, first down. Gates comes in motion. And the give on the inside. That's Aluano. Get up to the 46, pick up of 3.
Rob, that's almost like an old crossbuck type thing. You have the jet
motion, yep.
and it's just a token fake to him, and then the back on the offset there comes back the other way. Haven't used that term in a long while.
No, a lot of wing T concepts do show up once in a while in a lot of different areas. And of course, there's still some teams that run it, flat out run it. I think Jimmy Roth still has some success with that.
Oh, he has a lot of it.
Yeah, how do they keep doing that?
Yeah, the head coach at Southern Columbia. We'll see them at Cumberland Valley later on this year, most likely. Whistles and timeout. Hempfield, we take a timeout as well. 3:45 left to go first half. Wilson up 28-7 on High School Sports Live and Fox 43.2.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
.45 left to go first half, 28-7. Wilson leading. They were up 21-0 at one point. One of their touchdowns coming on punt return.
Shouldn't come into play, but that was Hempfield's second timeout, so they have one left. But being inside the 50 with 3:45 to go, that's not a concern right now. Hempfield or Wilson has all 3 of their timeouts left. Should they get the ball back?
From the 45.
Wilson might be bringing some pressure here. Yep, here he comes. Picked up. Nice.
Oh, nice
Catch is
grab.
made by Gates to the 33 and a first down.
He's a good receiver.
Yeah. He's another senior, 6'1", 160 pounds.
He had to reach back just a little bit to grab that. Not always the easiest catch.
Nice hands. Again, good placement of the ball, but receiver had to help you out a little bit.
And you mentioned, Rob, about the pressure coming. They picked that up nice.
They did very well, yep. That's one thing about some of the new fronts. You never know where the blitzes are coming from. Back in the day, we knew pretty much if they were going to blitz, we knew where it was coming from. But now you have to prepare for everything.
Unofficially, I have Gates as not for 9 catches on the night so far. Looking to throw under pressure is Landis. He's
Well
going to
done.
just go downfield and flag.
And a flag. It's going to be a PI.
He wanted Philip Krauser, but he's going to get the pass interference.
Yeah, it looked like he was over his back a little bit.
And Landis, again, real nice job by both these quarterbacks. They both are very mobile. Did a nice job getting outside of the pocket.
He
And
threw a
threw a
nice
pretty good
ball
ball.
on the
Yeah,
run, yeah.
threw a pretty good ball. Of course, got a little help from the defender, but that's okay.
Now, of course, in high school, this is not a spot foul, but will be 15 yards.
That's some players called on defense. That doing the change.
Pro football, college, pro, and high school, the rules are so different in some areas that it makes it confusing for a lot of fans.
Yeah, I tell you, I feel bad for officials that do coach at multiple levels. They have to know what they're doing that day.
And then you throw Canadian into it.
Oh,
And,
my.
yeah, you get a headache just thinking about it. Or frostbite, one of the two.
This is his play they scored on earlier.
And it's going to be a run by Landis. He's got wide open field. Trucks a man up to the 3.
So they put the running back in motion. They released the tight end right down the chute again. Okay, but this time he was covered, so he pulled it down and ran
it was not a design run. I think he
No,
put it down,
he pulled that down. Or he read it. Yeah, it might be a this or this type of play. But it was a nice game.
It looks like the young man who tried to bring him down. Oh, friendly fire. That's what happened.
Yeah, that play, Rob, that came out years ago when University of Miami, I think Dennis Erickson was there, and they'd trips one side, tight end, and then motion out. And the tight end would always be open.
Right down the chute.
Teams would learn to, hey, we got to cover the tight end.
Yeah, we actually ran the play for years and had a lot of success with it.
So Landis on 1st and goal. Gates in motion. Landis is going to go himself. Flag on the play.
Well executed.
Sadly, it looks like a holding vicinity call.
Yep.
And that's exactly what it'll be.
But again, Landis showing his athletic ability. Both these quarterbacks tonight kind of battling each other.
So second penalty on the night accepted.
So you're still going to have first down. No need to panic here.
Yeah. Still have 2.5 minutes left. One timeout in your back pocket.
So back to the 13-yard line. So the penalty happened behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm wondering if they'll come back to that sprint out where they had him open earlier and the ball was just underthrown a little bit.
He does seem to sprint out well to his left for a right-handed quarterback.
Now this formation, I don't think they will unless they motion.
Gates. No, they're going to give to Lawano on the counter.
Nice.
Lawano.
There's that play.
To the 2.
Yeah, you're right. It is a bit of a buck. Yeah,
and they had some success with it.
Again, it's more window dressing. The motion is just to catch the eyes.
Yeah, moves the eyes of the linebackers.
Yep. Yeah, well executed. Now you wonder how many times you can go to that, because sooner or later, obviously, the defense is going to react appropriately. Maybe that's a halftime adjustment.
Adam Woods on the tackle there for Wilson. So from the 2.
Actually, there it is again, Bill.
Back to Lawano, but middle was stuffed.
Yeah, the only problem with pulling people on the goal line like that is if you have any penetration, they don't make it across.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like that play down inside the 5 because it just takes a little too long to develop.
Yeah, and penetration kills.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see the quarterback. I see Landis running this one.
And timeout, Wilson. Let's take a quick timeout, 1:29 left to go. First half, 28-7, Wilson up on Hempfield on High School Sports Live.
Lock it up at Hoffman Ford. Only Hoffman Ford offers 2 years maintenance included with any new 2023 Ford car, truck, or SUV order. Plus, lock in Ford's lowest APR rate today. Get 2 years maintenance included exclusively at Hoffman Ford. Why would you order from anywhere else? Who has your best deal on a new Ford?
Hoffman has it. Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Glad you're with us on High School Sports Live on HSSLiveTV.com at Fox 43.2 and the Pennsylvania Cable Network. We had talked jokingly about Southern Columbia before, but one of the big games up in the coal region coming up in Week 10, Mount Carmel and Shamokin for the coal bucket. They'll have that live here on PCN on October 27th. See if Mount Carmel can continue their long winning streak in that game. Landis going left side again, and he's in. Touchdown.
Bill, you called it. Good job. Let your athlete be an athlete.
And had he not gotten in, they definitely would have to go for it.
I agree, especially down, 21 points. So well done. Take a little momentum back now. You can't let Wilson use this last minute and 24 seconds to get anything out of it.
6 plays, 49 yards, 3:07 off the clock. And Bisco backed on to try the extra point. His last kick attempt was blocked, which led to the last Wilson touchdown. And this one is good. 28-14, Wilson leads Hempfield. This is High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and Workin' dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
We are 84 seconds away from the Jack Giambalvo halftime report with the Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime stats and the F&M Trust first half highlights here from Hempfield tonight, as Hempfield just scored on a 6-play drive to cut the lead by Wilson to 28-14.
So on the scoreboard, they have Wilson with 3 timeouts, but I think actually they have 2.
Yes. And the kick comes down to the 10. That's Gruber. And down at the 19.
Okay, we were talking during the break. Depending on that return, we're curious what Wilson will do. Obviously, with this high-powered pass offense, they do have enough time. But the return, you know, if they get it up to the 30 or 40-yard line, it's a little different story.
I marked him up to the 20.
Yeah, for me personally, that return solves the problem for me as a head coach or a play caller. I'm going to run the ball on this down and see what happens.
I have a funny feeling that's not what's going to happen here, but you never know. They are up by 2 touchdowns. They do get the second half kickoff.
Corell Akins in the backfield. Looking at equipment. So Corell Akins had to take some tape off of his ankle first before they would signal the ready for play. Tommy Hunsaker. Back to throw. Looking, and he's got a man. It's Gruber at the 50. It's a foot race. Down the stretch goes Gruber, and he's gone.
Woo! Okay, I don't know anything about football anymore.
Well, there goes our question. And again, they have a high-powered offense. The kid can throw the ball. Yeah, he's got some nice receivers.
Gruber's the kid I mentioned earlier, is really fast.
Yeah.
He pulled away from once kid knew he had to dive at him. This just can't happen, though, if you're Hempfield.
Yes.
Turns on the afterburners and is gone. That is his second touchdown of the night. 80 yards.
He has what I call that easy speed. He doesn't look like he's moving, but he is.
I would assume he's a track person. If you notice when he crossed the goal line, he did do that typical track move, and I believe it. Yeah, he's pretty quick. And again, it shows the confidence the quarterback has in his receivers. You know, he just put it into an area, let the kid go get it.
Well, I give Doug Doms credit. You know, he's coached the game for a long time, but he's coaching in 2023.
Yeah.
Ben Rada, 5th extra point on the night with 1:04 left to go in the first half. Wilson 35, Hempfield 14 on High School Sports Live.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Well, Rob Clark and Bill Chase, I'm glad it's homecoming because we've got about 10 minutes worth of highlights coming up for our Jack Giambalvo halftime report with the Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime stats and the F&M Bank highlights all coming up here. F&M Trust highlights coming up.
So Coach Doms does not call the offensive plays, but I wonder what kind of system they have. I mean, does the offensive coordinator have the ability to just say, hey, we're going to go without consulting with the head coach, or is it a system where he say, Coach, what do you want to do here?
Yeah, I'm curious too, because and again, coaches that do have that ability to give up either the offensive coordinator or the defensive coordinatorship, sometimes that can be kind of tough. But yeah, that's a great question, because you don't know that dynamic, and everybody's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But you're right. He's been doing it for a long time, and he's been doing it very well.
Well, he obviously trusts his offensive coaches and the guy calling the plays.
Rada with a nice kick to the 15 and a good first tackle. Let's give credit to 43 Monty Greer for blowing up the kickoff as the return by Eddie Adasu goes only about 10 yards.
So 57 seconds now, and well, I give up trying to predict the last 2 minutes of high school football, but when you're looking at your wristband, I think you're going to throw again.
Yeah, and it's a similar starting point. The other way it was at the 20, now we're at the 19.
So 4 receiver set here for Jackson Landis.
See, Wilson's playing too high now, too deep, so.
Landis out to Gates, no surprise.
All right.
To the 24.
And
he's in double digits with catches tonight.
Just for the first half, that's amazing.
Gain of 5, second down and 5 to go.
But like you guys said, that's the modern game anymore. You're seeing a lot more passing than you are running with, like in the last 20 years with air raid offenses, and this is.
See, I'd like to see Wilson safeties even a little deeper, particularly on the sideline up on Hempfield side.
Landis this time goes out to Braden Charles. And a first down.
That's a nice job.
Yeah, they're giving it a little bit of cushion, and the receivers are taking advantage of it.
Yeah, you've used really 13 seconds to move almost 20 yards.
So 18 on that play to the 41.
Also interesting to see different teams and how they do run their 2-minute offense, how much time they dedicate towards it during the week. Some obviously better than others.
Gates again. Actually.
Okay, got to get up on the ball.
Correction, that wasn't Gates that time. That was Ryan Abrams on the catch. Pickup of 6. Landis again. Short pass to Abrams again. First down.
That's a good
Move
job.
the chains, yep.
A lot of time ran off there, but they really didn't have much choice. You want to save at least one timeout if you can. You don't want to spike the ball because it puts you in third down.
Okay, now you're beyond midfield. 20 seconds left.
They're running a better 2-minute offense than I've seen a lot of pro teams run this year. At least they're coaching it better. Some of these pro teams let 25, 30 seconds run off.
Play clock down to 6. Landis.
Only a 3-man rush.
Looking. Fires and caught.
Now I think
they have to call timeout.
Yeah, he had to use it.
Yeah. Now you can go for the end zone, most likely.
Yeah.
That is first down.
Oh, they did move the chains. Never mind.
Okay.
That's a first down.
Did not realize.
That was a break for Hempfield there. It took them a while to wind the clock.
Spike.
Yeah, good job.
Okay.
Down to 7.5 seconds.
Probably going to put a few seconds back
so, Rob,
on.
I think now you can still use all the field and have one timeout and then have one shot at the end zone. I'd like to see them get it maybe inside the 30, maybe to the 25.
Yeah.
Where you have a better
that would be
play
ideal.
selection.
And again, this is where a big-time kicker is nice too. You know, have that in your pocket. Obviously, they're not going to do that here tonight.
Second and 10. Landis looking under a rush and incomplete. Wanted to throw it to Eli Walls.
Actually, it stops the clock, so
he just got some quick pressure on his outside that blew up the whole play.
Yeah. So barring a defensive penalty, last play of the first half coming up.
So you're probably either going to see, 2x2, or trips, which we're going to see here.
Abrams, Gates, and Charles to the far side. Asadu to the near side, and I think Wilson wants a timeout.
Yeah, they wanted to take a look at how they were going to line up, and now they'll get a chance to talk about it. It's a good use of a timeout. Again, nothing saying that
let's keep it here.
Change.
Yep, let's keep it here during this timeout here with 2.2 seconds left. Coming up, the Jack Giambalvo halftime report.
So most teams will throw to the trip side unless you have just one-on-one coverage, but the safety from Wilson is playing right in the middle, so anything high and far, he's going to be able to get over there and help the corner. My guess is they're going to come out probably similar formation or the same and throw deep down the left side.
Yeah. The trips is going to the wide side of the field.
Yeah.
At least that's how they were. And again, that's logical. It makes sense. But you're right. What if you do have that kid who maybe can out-jump anybody in the house? You know, maybe you do line him up one-on-one.
To me, it all depends on where the safety's going to play.
Well, they do have a different.
So now they switch formation.
Yeah, trips into the boundary.
Notice how so he's moving in. The single receiver's moving in. They're going to try to fade him on the outside.
So now they're using a timeout.
And Hempfield's going to use their last as well. Let's keep it here.
So they're trying to get their best kid one-on-one, but there's still a safety over top.
Yeah, this is the chess match that high school football is, and at every level. All right, the use of those timeouts and trying to adjust.
So the giveaway will be how wide the single receiver lines up. And it looked like he was trying to move in, so he had a lot of room to the outside, which told me they wanted to throw down their sideline, but we'll see if they keep that.
Yeah, you don't usually see trips into the boundary like that. But there's a time and a place just to see how they adjust to it.
As you saw, Mid-Penn Conference action coming up in 2 weeks. Central Dauphin East from Landis Field. 2 weeks from tonight here on High School Sports Live, Fox 43.2 and HSSLiveTV.com. And we'll wrap up with Central York and York the following week.
Now we're back to trips to the wide side, tight end. I'm guessing the tight end will stay in and block.
Yep.
Landis. And he's got time to launch it. Throws a wounded duck, and it's picked off.
Uh-oh.
It's picked off by Edison Case. And it's brought down to the 29-yard line.
Well, they got the play. They got the play what they wanted.
Yeah. Yep. And we all knew the chances of being successful weren't good, but it's a shame the kid's stats sheet shows up that interception because he had no choice. You have to toss it up.
So the Wilson Bulldogs will make the long walk over to their locker room. Hempfield, their locker room right behind us here. It is halftime, 35-14. Wilson leading Hempfield here on the Jack Giambalvo halftime report. Stay with us. More action to come.
Guys, I'm with Chip Wasson, the Vice President and Commercial Services Market Manager for F&M Trust. Chip, I did my research. You're a football guy. You have to look forward to dialing in and watching these games, and even with NFL coming.
Charlie, I love playing football growing up, and this time of year always brings back fond memories. Great community time, great atmosphere, and love it.
F&M Trust has been in this community for years. Talk about that history and talk about why being in the community is so important to F&M Trust.
F&M Trust was founded in 1906 in Chambersburg, and our corporate headquarters is still there today. We currently have 22 offices in South Central PA, in the 4 counties in South Central as well as Washington County, Maryland. We service retail, commercial, and investment and trust clients in those offices. We have a mortgage center in Camp Hill as well as mortgage loan officers in our community offices across our footprint. We have a regional headquarters in Harrisburg, which is where my office is located, and we opened a few years ago and has really grown that marketplace for us.
Chip, talk about the interest in High School Sports Live and wanting to be involved in the education of high school sports and the student athletes that get the exposure night in and night out.
Absolutely, Charlie. And one of the things that F&M strongly believes in is supporting our communities. The bank contributes hundreds of thousands of dollars and thousands of hours of volunteer service to community groups and organizations throughout the year. One of the areas of focus for us is education, so supporting high school football is a natural fit for us. We know everyone involved in these games, from players to coaches to cheerleaders and to members of the band, really have invested their time and talents to represent their school and their communities to the best of their ability. It's also an opportunity to be a part of a great group of sponsors there that share F&M Trust's commitment to community.
Well, we appreciate you being involved in High School Sports Live and supporting our community effort, but you guys are doing a lot of neat things out there. Why don't you hit on a couple of those key initiatives?
Our entire team is actively engaged in the many of the nonprofits as well as the chambers of commerce that serve our region. For instance, we're donating time to assist with the rebuild of the Broad Street Market, which had an unfortunate fire earlier this year. We have and will be participating in the United Way's Day of Caring, where we support the nonprofits in the area through volunteer hours. We have a team of people that volunteered to walk for the American Heart Association fundraiser at City Island, and we've received a tremendous response, and our team is very happy to be involved, especially in after-hours projects as well.
What was that like playing high school sports and you watching these football games on TV? You almost have to relate to these kids today.
Oh, it's, Friday Night Lights is the best. I mean, it's really tremendous. It's a great community event, and towns light up when those Friday night games are on.
What's your favorite memory as a high school athlete? On that football field, playing defense. You got to have one.
Oh, I do, and it was a pick 6 for a touchdown to win the game.
How many yards?
It was about 60.
Gary, guys, we got a guy here that if someone gets hurt in the second half, let's put him in. Chip Wasson, thank you. F&M Trust, reaching the community, supporting High School Sports Live. We appreciate the partnership.
More choices, more laughter, more time to play, and less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Thanks for watching Mr. Pickles again.
I'm happy to. Love this little dude.
Hey, do you mind helping me fill out this IRA form? What feels good to you?
Well, my horoscope said my moon is rising in the week of the tiger.
So, like double, you think?
Oh, for sure. The signs never lie. Just ask Mr. Pickles. He knows. He knows. He does.
Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and working dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here.
I'm there.
You may recycle your electronics, appliances, and mercury thermostats at the Dauphin County Recycling Center.
In addition to 8 local drop-off sites for recyclable materials.
Recycling matters in Dauphin County.
Since 2001, Dauphin County has recycled over 10,000 tons of electronics.
And 1.6 million tons of recyclables like cardboard and plastics.
Keep up the great work.
Bring it on!
Homecoming at Hempfield, and Wilson is spoiling the party right now. 35-14, the Bulldogs on top of the Black Knights. I'm Travis Sparks with Rob Clark and with Coach Bill Chase also. And looking out at the homecoming ceremonies across the way here, our friend David Polly is a very talented man, because not only is he causing a little bit of havoc on the for the run game for Wilson, he's also on the homecoming court tonight. Doing a nice job. But Wilson's been doing a great job here tonight. We talked about Tommy Hunziker, and he's been throwing it all over the place tonight and looking good doing it.
Yeah, he was advertised. He's the real deal. Yeah, nice feet. He moves well in the pocket. The one was a huge scramble, popped his eyes up, released with a strong arm. Yeah, I'm very impressed. I will say this, too. He's got some nice receivers. Speed, great hands, and it's not just one kid. They have multiple kids he can go to. That's impressive. But on the other side of the ball, Landis isn't looking bad either as a quarterback.
Yeah, Hempfield doing a respectable job. They could have packed it in down 21-0, Bill, but just coming back and getting Gates involved in the passing game, and he's got double digits already in catches.
Yeah. Before I get to that, I think David Polly's girl just won the Queen.
Ah, okay. A good luck charm, yes.
Yeah, the two quarterbacks, Jackson Landis and Hunziker, I think you could switch uniforms. They look like twins. Both of them have good feet. They run well. They understand where their protection is. They step up nicely. If given the opportunity, they throw the ball very, very well. So Hempfield's problem is, and if you look at the season so far, their problem has been stopping good teams. They haven't been able to prevent good teams from scoring, and that's hurting them tonight. Now, to be fair to them, the kicking game put them in bad situations, and they got down 21-0. Punt return, a couple of short punts, getting bad field position on kickoff return. So all of those things add up over, Rob had mentioned earlier about how punt returning adds up over time. When you take the entire special teams during the course of a game and it's the entirety of the game, that's underestimated sometimes.
Yeah. We've got highlights, and we've got a lot of them here. 7 touchdowns here in the first half, and the scoring got underway early in the first half as Maddox Gruber was the one who caught the first touchdown pass. Here we go with our F&M Trust first half highlights, and a good job by Hunziker, and Gruber ended up wide open.
And again, he's rolling to his left when he releases that football. That was impressive.
Hunziker, and this time the give to Akins, and he gets the touchdown. That put them up 14-0. The bad punt was the first punt. This was a little better punt, but then Edison Case took it on the run and brought it back 49 yards for the touchdown to make it 21-0. And then Hempfield, they didn't give up. Nice touchdown to tight end Philip Krauser from 25 yards out to make it 21-7. Another touchdown pass, this time back to Edison Case for his second touchdown of the day, 11 yards there. Run for a touchdown from Landis, and then going into the half, we thought, they're going to milk the clock. Nope. Maddox Gruber, 80 yards later, touchdown, and we are at 35-14 at the half. First half stats, even, but they don't necessarily tell the story. The big one is the turnovers. Two interceptions. Granted, one was at the end of the first half, but a pretty even go of it in the passing games for both teams.
And again, I think the special teams, you don't see that there.
Yeah, pretty clean too. Both teams only having 2 assessed penalties. That's really good for a high school football game.
Thank you, AT&T and Capital Blue Cross, for first half stats. We're going to take another break, And we'll be back with the second half of action here from Hempfield. 35-14, Hempfield up on Wilson on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2 and the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and pre-owned inventory across 8 brands in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. And we want to thank the local community for voting us the 2023 official Community's Choice Award Best of York and Hanover winner in 5 different categories. Come out today and find out why your friends and neighbors voted Giambalvo #1. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Breaker box is toast. Recommend the whole rewiring.
Well, that sounds expensive. Is that something a home equity loan could help with?
No clue, but listen, if you're trying to make money fast, head down to the horse track and let it all ride on old Cloud Stomper. Jockey's my cousin. Well, second.
That works for you?
It will work. It will.
Let me think about that.
Borrow better with our range of fast and easy loans. Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
You may recycle your electronics, appliances, and mercury thermostats at the Dauphin County Recycling Center.
In addition to 8 local drop-off sites for recyclable materials.
Recycling matters in Dauphin County.
Since 2001, Dauphin County has recycled over 10,000 tons of electronics.
And 1.6 million tons of recyclables like cardboard and plastics.
Keep up the great work.
Bring it on!
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and working dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
You may recycle your electronics, appliances, and mercury thermostats at the Dauphin County Recycling Center.
In addition to 8 local drop-off sites for recyclable materials.
Recycling matters in Dauphin County.
Since 2001, Dauphin County has recycled over 10,000 tons of electronics.
And 1.6 million tons of recyclables like cardboard and plastics.
Keep up the great work.
Bring it on!
Breaker box's toast. Recommend the whole rewiring.
Well, that sounds expensive. Is that something a home equity loan could help with?
No clue, but listen. If you're trying to make money fast, head down to the horse track and let it all ride on old Cloud Stomper. Jockey's my cousin. Well, second.
That works for you?
It will work. It will.
Let me think about that.
Borrow better with our range of fast and easy loans. Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
More choices. More laughter. More time to play. And less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal. To go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Thanks for watching Mr. Pickles again.
I'm happy to. Love this little dude.
Hey, do you mind helping me fill out this IRA form? What feels good to you?
Well, my horoscope said my moon is rising in the week of the tiger.
So, like double, you think?
Oh, for sure. The signs never lie. Just ask Mr. Pickles. He knows. He knows.
He does.
Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and pre-owned inventory across 8 brands in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. And we want to thank the local community for voting us the 2023 official Community's Choice Award Best of York and Hanover winner in 5 different categories. Come out today and find out why your friends and neighbors voted Giambalvo #1. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
35-14. It is Wilson on top of Hempfield here from Hempfield High School. Glad you're with us tonight here on Fox 43.2, HSSLiveTV.com, and the Pennsylvania Cable Network. Some individual numbers courtesy of the stat keepers from Wilson, Joe Peterson and Phil Macaronis. The numbers for Wilson's first half. Tommy Hunsaker, 9 for 14, 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Jackson Wagner 3 for 54, Maddox Gruber 2 for 97 and 2 touchdowns. Edison Case 2 for 44 and a touchdown, and Valjukevich 1 for 6 yards. Punting, Tommy Hunsaker 2 punts averaging 40 yards. Rushing, they haven't run it a whole lot. Hunsaker with 6 rushes for 23 yards, and Carell Akins with 2 for 9. On the Hempfield side, Jackson Landis 15 for 26, 211 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Micah Gates 10 for 146 in the first half. Orion Abrams 2 for 13. Philip Krauser 1 for 25 and a touchdown. Braden Charles 1 for 16, and Eddie Asadu 1 for 11. Rushing, Devin Luano 17 yards on 4 carries. Eli Walls 13 yards on 2 carries, and Landis ran it 5 times for 19 yards, including a touchdown. Landis punted it 3 times for 78 yards, a 26-yard average. And that is your first half numbers here. We give you some defensive numbers as well. Mike Glover for Wilson with 4 tackles, 3 tackles apiece for Case, Gruber, and Valjukevich. And on the Hempfield side, 4 defenders with 2 tackles each: David Ennis, Brandon Day, Gabe Brito, and David Polly, all with 2 tackles each here in the first half. 35-14. Wilson up on Hempfield. High School Sports Live continues in 2 weeks. We're off next week. 2 weeks, Central Dauphin East from Landis Field. Game time 7 o'clock on Friday night, October 20th. And then Friday night, October 27th, we are back at Panther Stadium in Manchester Township for York and Central York. And you can see right there next week our game presented by Pennsylvania Housing Finance for most likely the York Adams Division I championship in 3 weeks here on High School Sports Live. You can check out the entire schedule. Plus, you never know when we're going to be doing some playoff games as well. Probably the District 3 6A championship game as well here on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2. And don't forget tonight, Todd Sadowski and the Fox 43 High School Football Frenzy with all the scores from South Central PA, including an in-depth recap of tonight's game at 11 here on Fox 43. We may have to ask the guys for about 7 minutes if they go on a scoring binge like they did here in the first half with 49 points. So join us with the highlights coming up tonight at 11 on Fox 43.
Again, we're talking about the new evolution of football. I mean, to think that we have 400 yards of passing in one half of a high school football game, and we're not done yet.
Yeah, if we don't go to the mercy rule, you could have both high school quarterbacks possibly throw for close to or over 400 yards.
Yeah.
Which one quarterback alone over 400 yards is generally unheard of. But yeah, that's the modern game, and other than having to stay up later, I like it.
And they're not really running the fast break kind of offense either.
No, they're not.
Yeah, Wilson, they'll go no huddle, but they'll take some time off the clock, and Hempfield's been huddling up after every play. I mean, it's not like St. Joe's Prep Pine Richland about 10 years ago when I counted about 200 offensive plays in the first 3 quarters. And then, of course, I was keeping stats, and my arm fell off that night.
The one thing the no huddle does do, I think it limits the number of plays you can run, but you have options off of a series that you can do. I know my playbook years ago probably was too large, and we would practice all those plays, but we were huddling, and we could call the play out using words, using numbers. Here it's a little different situation. There are only so many signals you can have and so many concepts that you can put out there.
I personally like to huddle. All my years at Lower Dauphin, we huddled. Now we would run a 2-minute offense and we would have our time, but I felt much more comfortable huddling.
Yeah, towards the end of my coaching, I like the huddle, but I like to be within 5 or 7 yards of the ball, get the play in, call it one time in the huddle, and go.
Get it quick, yep.
Here we go. Second half kickoff and goes all the way to the end zone.
So since Four's not here tonight, I'll give you the trivia question.
Okay.
When is the last losing season for Wilson High School?
Ooh,
very
that's
good.
A great question.
We will ask you for that later on here in this third quarter.
Travis will send you a giant gift card if you can get it right.
I think I've got $1 in my wallet here that I can spare from going into my twins' college funds here. So that may happen.
Yeah, a program that does have the tradition that Wilson has. That's an impressive. If somebody knows that, that's pretty impressive.
Let me guess. The year begins with 19.
Yes, it does.
Okay, very good here. So not within the last 24 years then. Okay. 1st and 10 from the 20. Tommy Hunsaker. And the give this time is to Corell Akins, and he's got a hole up to the 35.
That was their touchdown.
Yep, that was a touchdown earlier in the game. Well executed. He does attack the line of scrimmage. So does the running back before he then gets in the pitch relationship.
I mean, he definitely wants to pitch it. He doesn't.
Yes.
He's not really attacking the line. He's just giving a little token attack to the defensive edge.
Yeah. Again, it puts the defensive lineman in a bind.
So Corell Akins gets 16 yards. First play of the second half.
Back to empty.
Puts them almost over 250 total yards of offense. Hunsaker. And they give out to Valjukevich. And he's got some nice room and getting out of tackles. And they need 4 guys to bring him down to the 49 and a first down.
Again, good blocking on the part of the receivers. I was afraid the one ended up way out of bounds, and I was afraid the flag was going to come out there.
So 17 yards. Let's count how many guys get his hands
Hempfield
on
had
it.
a chance to make the play there.
Yep, needed 4 guys to bring him down. So first down from the 48 of Hempfield. And the umpire comes in.
don't think
he didn't cross the
I was gonna
neutrals.
say,
I'm right
I
on
don't
the
think-
line. I'm
yeah.
right on the line here up in the booth. It has to be against Wilson.
False start,
Yeah.
only their third penalty of the night.
Yeah, he flinched, and the offensive line reacted to it, but he did not cross that neutral zone line.
So back to the 47-yard line.
And that's another rule that's different in high school. Once you cross the neutral zone, doesn't matter. It's a penalty. You can't go back.
Wilson, that was their 10th first down of the evening. Hempfield's got 13. Back to throw, Hunsaker. Looking out in the flat, has his man. That's Jackson Wagner, and another first down.
You can't get much more open than that.
Nah.
Brought down
Again,
by Gabe Brito.
That's just the inside receiver running a little 5-7 yard out.
Yep, number 1 receiver clears out. Number 2 receiver trails behind. It's an easy read for the quarterback, too.
Here's symmetry. There are 3 plays here in the first half. 16 yards, 17 yards, 18 yards. Maddox Gruber.
He's quick, too. He's not just fast, he's also quick.
See, I like their concept. What they do, they go trips. The number 1 receiver on the outside runs them off. The number 2 receiver runs an out. And number 3 receiver finds an open spot. So if the outside linebacker or strong safety runs to the flat, they throw to the guy just finding the open spot, the number 3 guy. If he doesn't, they throw the outside guy. It's a nice fast break 3-on-2 situation.
12 yards for their 12th first down from the 23. Hunsaker, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Empty set. Has time, looking over the middle. Oh, dropped. Valjukevich.
I don't know if that ball was tipped or not.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. They don't miss many balls, that's for sure.
No, I think he definitely pulled his eyes off it a little quicker.
Had time.
Yeah,
Yep, he didn't look the ball all the way in. Took a little look to the left.
That happens at every level.
Oh, it's so easy to do. You do this so many times over and over again. And hey, you're anxious to get moving.
God rest his soul, my dad did that in a game once too, and he never forgave himself for it.
There's some pressure coming here, I think.
And Akins with the delayed give, and first one in for the Black Knights of Hempfield is David Ennis.
It looks like one of Wilson's receivers, Wagner, I believe that is getting his ankle retaped. So he'll be out maybe the rest of this series.
That is Jackson Wagner, number 6 on the sideline.
Looks like he's okay.
But they've got a good complement of receivers in his absence here.
Yes.
Poly 54 was signaling, and that's a tap pass. That's a pass. And Gruber trying to get out of tackles. He gets positive yardage, but it's going to be 4th down. We talk about the evolution of offense. That tap pass, you know, Patrick Mahomes does it at least once a week, and now we're seeing a lot more teams do it too.
Yeah, and again, they use the decoy running across the other way, trying to, a little window dressing, trying to draw the attention away.
Timeout Hempfield. They didn't have the right personnel out, so we'll take a quick timeout as well. 9:42 left to go, third quarter. Wilson 35, Hempfield 14 on High School Sports Live.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
With Rob Clark and Bill Chase, I'm Travis Sparks. Thanks for joining us here tonight on Fox 43.2 for High School Sports Live. It is 4th down and 6 from the Hempfield 19. Wilson up 21. Be very interesting to see.
They're going for it.
Yeah, their offense is on the field.
Now, I'm curious what Hempfield will do. Will they bring pressure, or are they going to cover if they...
Timeout will continue here as we have officials chatting here quick.
So Wilson's going with that trip set, and this is a perfect situation where they're going to go with that 3-on-2 concept out there. They're either going to hit the flat or they're going to throw somewhere on the hash, depending what the. Boy, they have 3 receivers against 2 cover guys.
Yeah, this is. Oh, wait, the safety's sneaking over.
Back to throw. Pass is incomplete. Good coverage
timing
on the far side by P.J. Poole, who knocked it free from Valuekevich.
I think Hempfield's defensive coaches had us, too. They made it look like it was an outnumber, but they rolled right at the last minute. The free safety ran over there, so it ended up being even 3-on-3.
Yeah, good job by P.J. Poole getting there right as Valuekevich was trying to high point it.
That ball sailed a little bit on him.
Yeah.
So Hempfield with their first possession here of the second half. 10 catches already for number 5, Micah Gates. We'll keep our eyes on him as the pass goes outside, and Braden Charles that time with the catch.
I almost wonder if he prefers sprinting to his left because he looks very good doing it. And there are, once in a while, those right-handed quarterbacks. I had one years ago, Matt Ruffner. He was better sprinting to his left.
Gain of 8 yards, second down.
Okay, maybe it was just because of the hash mark they were on.
Well, I agree. Some quarterbacks are better because it forces you to turn your shoulders.
That's it. That's it. And it looked like he was doing a drill there. That's how good it was executed.
2nd and 2. RPO. But Landis keeps it himself. He's got the first down.
Again, he's shown his speed. There he showed some toughness, too. Yeah, he's having an impressive night.
Yeah, he's good. He's very good. You know, he has 2 interceptions, but as Rob had mentioned earlier, one of them really is not his fault. He threw the Hail Mary at the end of the half.
So from the 33, after the 6-yard gain by Landis, it's first down. 14 first downs on the night for Hempfield. Gates in motion, and they go the crossbuck this time, and that's Eli Walls. Get up to about the 38.
Yeah, and Travis mentions the first downs. 14 first downs. I usually felt as an offensive caller or as a head coach, if we were getting 20 first downs, we're winning the game.
Yeah.
And pretty handily.
But short fields and the punt return led to the 21-0 lead by Wilson.
You're looking at a team that has 14 first downs but only has 14 points. They should have.
Yes.
Means they're moving the ball.
Yeah, it's been an even game since that 21-0 point.
Good point. Yes, it is.
From the shotgun again, as he's done all night. Landis looking. Wants Gates again. That's his 11th catch.
Okay, that time he sprinted to his right, and that was impressive.
You see what they do? Either the outside receiver hitches up at about 7 yards, and the inside receiver goes deep, or the outside receiver runs long, and the inside guy they're hitting the same spot every time. It's just a different guy hitting it.
Well, and Wilson's doing the right thing. Don't let anybody get behind you, but it is creating that small cushion. And they're attacking it very well.
Just past midfield at the 48. And they give up the middle, Eli Walls.
That's a good play for them.
Yep. I'm just curious if they have something off of it.
Did they pull the backside on that?
They did,
They pull one guy or 2?
Let's check if we have a replay here.
So that 5-yard gain will bring up.
I knew they were going to run it. I should have watched.
Bring up second down as substitutions are made.
When they do that motion, that's about the only play they run. I think it's one guy. I'm going to have to watch next time.
Yeah, I'm curious if they maybe have a waggle action pass off of it or something.
Yeah. Two.
And the tap pass this time, but Valjukevich blew up the play.
They pulled opposite of the play.
Did a little influence,
They
yeah.
the tight end pulls. So I think they pull either a guard and tight end or tackle and tight end.
Loss of 1. Bring up 3rd down and 6.
We knew sooner or later they'd have to have some complement off of that, and it was nice. It was just defended very well.
But I like your concept better. Little boot pass, little waggle
some
pass.
kind of, play action off of it, especially with this kid. Landis is impressing me.
Ryan Abrams with Gates to the far side. Braden Charles here near side. Eli Walls in the backfield. Landis looking to throw and gets it out to...
nice job by the linebacker there.
Very well defended, yeah. Landis did a good job to get it to his receiver because he had somebody right in his face, but the receiver had to wait for it, gave the linebacker time to get to him.
So 4th and 5, Hempfield definitely needs to go for it here.
1 yard there. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5 to go for Hempfield.
Watch Gates, watch 5, see where he lines up. He'll line up in the middle like he's done many of his 11 catches tonight.
We got a blitz coming. Backside.
Oh.
Flag down, I believe.
Yep. Flag on the play.
I like the concept, though.
Yeah, nice play.
Yep.
Nice play.
Well designed and well executed, but sounds like might be coming back.
Hear more applause as we're on the Wilson side here. The play looks like it's going to come back 5 yards, so bring up 4th and 10.
So, Rob, you still go for it here?
No, sorry, I don't think I do. Although, to be honest with you. Oh, wait a minute.
Unless.
They're picking it up. Okay.
They're waving it off. It's a first down.
I'm curious if it was because, was that ball caught behind the line of scrimmage?
It probably was.
I'm wondering, if that's why that reversed that call.
So you feel they were going to call man downfield?
Yes. Or blocking some kind
Before,
of Right.
So the play goes for 7 yards and a first down to the 36.
I'm glad they got rewarded because that was a nice call.
He's probably going to sprint this way. Nope.
Straight drop.
There's that
There's
hole.
that window, yep.
Gates to the 22.
These two kids have such a concept of where to find the open spot. Gates just a nice slot receiver.
I am curious how much freedom he has to sit in the open window, and I always like to watch drills when they work on that, how to find it, because it could be just a step or two different that creates that opening. Notice Wilson trying to knock that football out. You can tell, again, well coached.
Gates near side. No, they give the.
Oh, wow.
It's a fake this time. Landis out of bounds at the 14 and a flag.
That was well executed. Wasn't sure who had the football there.
So flag was thrown right at the spot where where Landis was out of bounds.
Face mask.
5 yard face mask.
That's going to be a face mask.
And a first down.
That's going to be spotted at the 10.
All right, big drive here now. They need to get 7 out of this.
It is 1st and goal. So they mark it forward after the penalty. He got out at the 15, 5 yards for the incidental face mask. So it's 1st and goal from the 10 for Hempfield. Gates in motion, cross buck, and Eli Walls is thrown back.
Yeah, that time the D lineman just followed the puller right down the line and made a great play.
Can only go to the well so many times before you're going to figure it out.
I'm sure that was drawn up on the whiteboard at halftime.
Well, like you're saying, when you're pulling linemen down inside the 10, it becomes a little more difficult.
Yeah.
I actually thought the quarterback was going to keep it that time.
Yeah, I would love to see that boot action off of it right now.
Longest drive of the night for either team. This is the 10th play of the drive for Hempfield. Landis looking, throwing, incomplete. Flag.
Oh, wow. Again, at all levels of football, you are seeing more of the PI as well. And sometimes it is a little late, but if it happened, they have to call it.
Being an ex-defensive back, I like the coverage there.
Yeah.
So we'll see if DPI, defensive pass interference, ends up being the call. If so, it'll be half the distance. So 5 yards, excuse me, half the distance would be 7.5 yards. So is it
still second down?
It's still second down. Yeah, that was so second and goal from the 8. We had a
Oh, I just think that's good coverage.
And he used the correct hand. He went with the left hand, reached across.
Second down for the Knights.
So second and goal now from the 8. Landis in the pistol. And they give up the middle to Eli Walls to the 1.
Yeah, they've actually had some nice success on just straight ahead stuff.
Yes. Now, I don't know, what the difference is, if maybe they emptied out the box a bit, but you are right.
All right. Do we see the two most annoying words in football in 2023? The tush push.
No. They don't go under center.
That's true.
Not once tonight is either team.
Although I wouldn't mind seeing the quarterback keep the ball.
Oh, I think he is.
And once again, from the shotgun. Landis, he'll go himself.
Yeah, it's just
good
QB
blocking,
power.
Touchdown.
Good call. QB
when
power.
the quarterback keeps the ball, it just gives you an extra blocker.
Yep. That's his second rushing touchdown of the night. That was a 13-play drive, gentlemen.
Wow.
Like, high school football, like any other level now, is so dependent on how good your quarterback is. Didn't used to necessarily be that way.
And both these teams
have good
have really gifted kids, yeah.
Brady Bisco. Good.
Yeah, I give Hempfield a lot of credit. They could have given up way back when it was 21-0.
It is 35-21 on High School Sports Live.
Lock it up at Hoffman Ford. Only Hoffman Ford offers 2 years maintenance included with any new 2023 Ford car, truck, or SUV order. Plus, lock in Ford's lowest APR rate today. Get 2 years maintenance included exclusively at Hoffman Ford. Why would you order from anywhere else? Who has your best deal on a new Ford?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
As you recall, earlier in this quarter, Professor Chase asked a very good trivia question. When was the last time the Wilson Bulldogs had a losing record? And your hint was the first 2 years were 1-9. First two numbers of that year were 1-9.
All right, Travis, give me a year.
Oh, geez. I am going to. I have not followed. I have not followed these guys, but I'm going to guess. About 1985.
Good guess, Rob.
Yeah, I'm going to stay away from the 90s because I was actually coaching at Cedar Cliff, and we played Wilson in a district championship, and actually Cedar Cliff won that game with Coy Wire. But I'm going to go 1987.
1963.
Whoa.
Wow.
From the 5. And a flag on the play.
Was John Gursky the head coach?
Yeah. Oh, I don't think so. To put that into context, I was in second grade I'm 67 years old now. I was in second grade. President Kennedy was the president of the United States. That's unbelievable.
So,
how can you be that good that long?
All right, so I'm going to give credit to the guys from the Bulldog Hour again, because at the end of their podcast, they were saying, okay, here's how many wins we need to keep the non-losing season streak alive and how many we need to get a winning season. And now this totally makes sense. If 1963 was the last time Wilson had a losing record. So odds are, coming in 4-2 tonight, if they win here, they'll be 5-2. Odds are that for the 60th consecutive season, they will not have a losing record.
So back to the game. This is a huge penalty.
Yes.
Because now it's a 2-score game. Hempfield's got life.
1st and 10 from their own 10. Edison Case in motion, stops, flag.
Penalty flags fly.
Going on the defense.
And Mr. Polly may have come across a little too fast. So 5 yards makes it 1st and 5.
And Doug Doms has been coaching at Wilson for 48 years.
Whew, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Not all as head coach, obviously.
Approaching Jack Hens's territory there.
Oh, done more.
Yes. So 5 now to go on 1st down for Wilson. Officials. Got something on the far side. One of the assistants is talking to, it looks like the back judge. Just getting clarification, it looks like, and ready to go now. So Tommy Hunsaker signals Edison Case in motion. And it's a run. Carell Akins.
Oh, boy.
Look out. 1 man to beat. 2 men to beat. Now 1 man to beat once again. Carell Akins dropped at the 13.
That's a backbreaker there.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yep, you're right. They had that opportunity. They had him kind of pinned. Wow. That was impressive.
So 35 up, 37 down. That's a 72-yard run for Carell Akins.
Hats off to Grayson Doyle, though, for running him down from behind. He never gave up on the play.
Officials take time here.
Yeah, they actually pulled a guard or tackle on that, and he didn't have anybody to block until he got to the 2nd level.
You're usually going to have a successful play when that happens.
And here he comes.
Akins now with 98 yards on the night.
What a nice cut right there, too.
So they'll mark it at the 13. Have a cramp on the other end here. Let's take a quick break. 3:05 to go. 3rd quarter, 35-21. Hempfield leads Wilson, and actually the cramp, the young man is Derek Catch has run off the field, so we'll keep it here as they get ready for play again. Don't forget Todd Sadowski and the Fox 43 High School Football Frenzy with all the scores and an in-depth recap of our game coming up tonight at 11 on Fox 43.
And when you look at Wilson's success, I don't think it's by any accident. I think if you look at their last 4 head coaches, I think they're all PA Hall of Fame coaches.
Yes.
You know, Gursky, Schlemmer, Contafio, and if Doug Doms isn't in, he will be.
He will be, yeah.
So 1st down and 10 from the Hempfield 13. Hunsaker sends Case in motion. Gives to Akins again. Got to the 12 and a late flag.
That one came from way out.
We had mentioned the Cole region earlier, and Coach Gursky was a Cole Township Purple Demon. That's where he was originally from, and of course the field.
That's
over at Wilson
Shamokin
is
now?
named It is Shamokin, yeah. They after the jointure, Cole Township and Shamokin went together. They kept the colors. Yeah, they kept the purple, but then they took the mascot from Shamokin. So, but their mascot, the Purple Demon, was fantastic.
I remember I interviewed at Shamokin years and years ago when I was looking for my first head coaching job, and he drove into town, a big coal slab, right outside of town.
Yep, that's the whole area. I grew up about 10 miles from there, so great place to grow up, though. Wonderful people.
Yeah, I love those towns. They love their sports.
Yep, no question. Actually, Coach Gursky's brother, Moto, was quite a local hero with his involvement with sports, and his wife was actually my 6th grade English teacher. So.
The personal foul on the dead ball makes it 2nd and 25 from the 28.
Ouch.
And the throw out to Valjukevich. Breaks free.
Wow.
Up to the 11.
Just such a simple concept, Rob, that goes for big yard. A lot of teams, it's amazing more teams don't do it, but some teams just have a knack for being really good at it. And it takes a lot of repetition because you've got to be willing to block out there.
I think Tommy Hunsaker pulled a little bit of a Patrick
Mahomes, a sidearm.
Did a little sidearm.
I liked it.
So 3rd and 9 from the 12. Hunsaker throwing touchdown.
Big answer for Wilson there.
Yeah.
Cam Zullinger with the touchdown. His first touch of the night.
Yeah, well executed. I was focusing on the number 1 receiver running the slant, but he just released and went right down the chute. Well done.
4 plays, 90 yards. Wow. A minute 38 off the clock, and Rada.
That long run was key.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker.
72 yards was the run, and the extra point is good. 42-21, Wilson leading Hempfield on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and Workin' dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
42-21, Wilson leading Hempfield. Gentlemen, I'm going to do something I rarely do. I'm going to apologize to my wife for saying I'd be home by 10 o'clock. It is about 9:20 here on the East Coast.
We'll take it from here, Travis, if you need to go.
She and my twin daughters are asleep by now, so I apologize if the dog wakes you up when I get home. Kickoff going to the 18 and leveled at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, I do think there was a fair catch there. He should not have run with that ball. I don't see a flag, though.
Ryan Loritz
There's
with
always
the
that
stick.
fine line, or are you just saying I got it,
yeah,
or
that
am I
could
fair
be.
catching?
That could be, and maybe they had a better look at it, but it kind of looked like he.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like
and ooh, that's a stick. Oh.
Maybe he's thinking he should have fair caught.
Yeah, he should have fair caught it.
Our friend Jerome Presley, who's done High School Sports Live previously, he would love that for the hit parade, and that was a legal hit. So first down for Hempfield at the 27. Down 42-21. Jackson Landis now going to roll to his left. Wants Gates. Has him for the 12th time tonight. Up to the 35.
But that's a good point, Rob, too. Like, you try to make sure your kids know the rules, but you can't cover all the rules with them. And you know how high school, are they paying attention when you go over it?
Right. I always thought it was advantageous to bring officials in and explain to the kids, and it was good interaction for the kids. But yeah, you're right. They're still not going to understand some of the concepts.
They're not going to understand everything. The one thing I really instilled in our kids, I wanted them to understand overtime rules, so that they could just play football and understand what was going to happen.
That's a good
in
point.
Overtime.
David Ennis now in motion. Fake the RPO. Back out to Gates, incomplete.
Yeah, missed on that one. Timing was a little off.
So 3rd and 2. Later on tonight, the Capital Blue Cross post game with the F&M Trust play of the game, the Hoffman Ford player of the game, all coming up following this one tonight here on High School Sports Live. We've got about 100 candidates for play of the game that Chad and Callie Edwards, our producers and directors tonight, will sift through and have one for us in the post game. 3rd and 2. And up front, Eli Walls.
Nice play.
Very nice.
Bulldog territory.
He gave that double tight look with the trips this way.
So 1st down and 10 now from the 43 after a 22-yard gain.
Now Hempfield just keeps coming at you.
It's a good way to beat the blitz there, too. Brought down by Gruber and by Chris Hunsticker. Counting down towards a minute left to go.
There it is again.
They used They used I'm sorry, I was right. Orion Abrams as the motion man, and they sent Eli Walls up the middle.
They never run the true jet sweep out of that.
So 2nd down and 5. Coming up at the 38.
2nd down and 6.
Again, that's Eli Walls bouncing off the left side. 1st down.
Well, he made a nice little jump cut in the hole there. I hadn't. His feet are pretty quick.
Yeah, I think Gates has been out of the game for the last few plays. I'm not sure, but I don't think he's out there.
See who we've got here.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's been about 3 plays in a row here he's been out. Hope he's okay. He's having a heck of a night.
And the give is to Luano.
Wow.
Yeah, win or lose, this is a game Hempfield can build off a little bit for the rest of the year, because they can clearly score. They've just got to tighten up on the defensive side. And that's not always easy.
No.
You know.
Especially, like you said, replacing that many kids from last year's defense.
We are through 3. 42-21. Wilson leads Hempfield. 4th quarter next on High School Sports Live.
More choices. More laughter. More time to play. And less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. We have millions of dollars in new and pre-owned inventory across 8 brands in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. And we want to thank the local community for voting us the 2023 official Community's Choice Award Best of York and Hanover winner in 5 different categories. Come out today and find out why your friends and neighbors voted Giambalvo #1. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Total yards for the first 3 quarters, 395 for Wilson, 372 for Hempfield.
Wow.
Passing alone, 277 for Hunsaker for Wilson, 261 for Landis of Hempfield. Micah Gates has 14 catches for 180 yards tonight, and he has not been in the last couple plays. He's back in now.
He's back in. Yes, good.
Gave him a breather here.
Okay. Let's keep an eye on him right now. Won't be a bad time to go to him.
Everybody's lined up to the boundary here. And now they go Luano and get the first down.
Another carry. This one goes up the middle inside the 20-yard line.
We're pretty close to the. See where they.
Yep.
And they mark it at the 19, and that's enough for a first down. As we have a young man down, that is 66, Michael Schaefer, a 5'11", 305 senior. Let us take a break here while they tend to Mr. Schaefer. This is High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2 and HSSLiveTV.com.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions.
One play into the fourth quarter, still tending to Michael Schaefer, the offensive lineman for Hempfield, who came up limping. Looks like they're going to do their best to help him off here. Some other numbers through 3 quarters. Jackson Landis, 22 for 34, 261, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. Orion Abrams, 2 for 13. Braden Charles, 2 for 24. Devin Luano, 2 for 8. As we said, Micah Gates, 14 for 180. Hunsaker for Wilson, 15 for 22, 277, 4 touchdowns. Carell Akins, still not yet at 100 yards, 6 for 97. And Maddox Gruber, leading receiver for Wilson, 4 for 112. And numbers courtesy of Joe Peterson and Phil Macaronis. Thank you guys for helping the stat guy keep stats tonight.
Well, people got their money's worth tonight. They definitely saw an entertaining game. A lot of offense, if they like offense.
There's been a lot of it so far. Charles in motion.
There you go.
And
he's out the door.
Out to Orion Abrams.
Great recovery. Abrams, yeah.
Yeah, that play looked like it was going to go for a lot more yardage.
Yeah, Klein, great job recovering and getting out there. A big kid to move that quick. That was very impressive.
So 2nd down and 2 now from the 11. 8 yards on the gain. Following the game tonight, Capital Blue Cross post game with the F&M Trust play of the game and the Hoffman Ford player of the game, all coming up later on here on High School Sports Live. Crossbuck again to Luano. He'll have the first down. It'll be 1st and goal. We're close to the first down. They mark it at the 8. They say stop the clock. It's a first down. Hempfield's 4th first down on this drive.
First down and goal to go.
Which gives them 22 first downs on the night.
Wow.
Compared to 19 for Wilson. Up the middle. to the 1.
It's down near the goal line. It's going to be spotted just shy.
Now looking down the road to week 10, Wilson plays Manheim Township. Most likely that'll be for the LL League Championship, and Manheim Township has been untouchable this year so far.
Yeah, Coach Evans has himself a real nice squad this year. They're doing some good things.
I saw their quarterback a couple times last year, and he is really, really impressive.
Second down and goal from
1 yard away for Hempfield. They take it themselves. Landis, touchdown. Flag.
Flag down. That's the one at the end of the year when you got to pick those all-star teams. It's always hard. They've got 3 quarterbacks that we know of already who are very, very good.
He's a lot like these guys here, about similar size, build. He is a big-time receiver too, though.
That helps. That definitely helps. But yeah, they've got some serious talent in this division.
The dreaded holding call down on the goal line.
Take the points off the board. It's a 10-yard penalty back to the 11, so still a goal-to-go situation.
And this has happened to Hempfield a couple of times, and one time they weren't able to convert, and the other time they were.
Ball at the 11.
Yeah, the time they weren't able, think about it, it would be 42-28 right now. It could be significantly different.
Oh, incomplete. They were looking for Gates. So 3rd and goal from the 11. One of the rare times that Landis and Gates could not connect, but understandable because Landis was under pressure.
So now as a play caller, you know you're going for it on 2 downs, no matter what happens here. You don't necessarily have to go for the goal line or the end zone here.
They are on the right hash, and again, with him liking to sprint to his left, I wouldn't be surprised if they come this way.
Yeah, I keep waiting for them to come back to that play they ran earlier at the opposite end zone, where they tried to hit him in the flat and missed.
Landis takes the snap, fake the RPO, looking over the middle, incomplete. Wanted Philip Krauser.
Yeah, I like that no call. There was a little contact there, but he was playing the ball.
I was watching. It looked like he might have been reaching for that flag, and I was like, uh-oh, that's going to come out late, but he did not, and I agree. There might have been some contact, but I don't think it changed the outcome of the play.
4th and goal.
4th down and goal. Ball on the 11-yard line.
Gates as the left flanker. And timeout, Wilson.
Yeah, it looked like they might have had a little confusion. They were running somebody off the field there late. So, good time to use it, just to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Let's keep it here during this timeout. 9:44 left to go in the ball game.
So yeah, Bill, going back to your comment, if they do convert on that earlier series, like right now it's 42-28, they go for 42-35. Right. It's a 1-touchdown game. So I do think you're right. This is something to build on. They've played a very good game. The outcome may not be the way they want it to turn out, but they showed a lot of spunk.
The Coach Eggers in his 4th season, I believe, here at Hempfield, and to have won a championship in your 3rd season last year, very impressive, especially since the blue bloods in this division clearly have been Wilson, and probably with the past 10 years, Manheim Township's right there as well. But other than that, you don't, Cedar Crest throws a good team in there once in a while. Warwick was in the division for a while and were pretty good. And Hempfield jumps up there every once in a while. So, yeah, I give young coach credit.
Coming out of the timeout once again, 4th down and goal.
All right, let's see.
13th play of the drive. This drive has lasted 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Landis back to throw. Has time. Looking over the middle and caught. Touchdown.
Again, love the way he used his hands just to grab that right out of the air. These kids are so well trained today in the receiving technique. You know, what you used to harp on, but we didn't spend as much time in the passing game as they do these days.
That's true.
And everything, the ball was on the money. Used his hands, didn't let it get to his body.
And his 15th catch results in his first touchdown tonight.
That's unbelievable.
That is. Blocked.
Brady Bisco's extra point is blocked. 42-27. Wilson leads Hempfield on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2 and PCN.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Apply online today at stacareers.com.
So a 13-play, 73-yard drive, which took 4 minutes and 11 seconds. 11-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Landis to Micah Gates for his 15th catch of the evening, but just as impressive on the extra point, blocked extra point by Jonah Pertet. That's his second block of a kick tonight, and that is his 4th blocked extra point this season. Coming off the edge like that, you love to have the quicks of the guys coming off the edge here, trying to block kicks, and he's been doing a very good job of it this year. Plus, he's got an interception too.
Back to Micah Gates for a moment. I've been around the game a long time. I don't remember ever a game where I saw a kid have 15 receptions.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I mean, I might have been there, but I don't remember it.
Onside kick.
Oh
my!
Wilson. That's Adam Woods. Good job, Adam Woods, to get you up to the 33-yard line.
Very smart on Mr. Woods' part.
Nice when it bounces right up to you.
Yeah. Back to that touchdown pass for Landis. I tell you what, he showed his whole repertoire here tonight. That one, he stepped up and fired it. Other ones, he threw touch. Other ones, he was sprinting out. So he could just use this tape as his highlight tape.
Yeah.
So first down and 10 from the Hempfield 37.
First down and 10 for the red and white.
I think we're going to see a steady diet of Carell Aikens, number 23 for Wilson. He's approaching 100 yards on the night. They'd like to get him over the century mark.
I would agree at this point, Travis. You want to run some of the clock.
Yeah, get that clock moving.
That's going to count as a run. And it's going up to the 24-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Yeah, Rob, I think both these quarterbacks will be good college quarterbacks at some level.
I agree.
They're not going to be big Division I kids, but they're going to play at some level.
They don't quite have the size, but yes, I definitely know I'll be calling my old teammate who coaches at Shippensburg University, where we both played together, and say, hey, you definitely want to recruit Lancaster County this year.
Wilson, 20 first downs on the night. From the 24. Aikens again, left side. Down the sideline, goodbye.
Wow.
Hempfield's got to be a little bit tired on defense.
There's a penalty flag coming in late.
Now the next question is it a dead ball foul, or did it happen during the play?
I have a feeling it's going to be dead ball, but I could be wrong.
Arms raised by quite a few of the Wilson Bulldogs. So touchdown will go on the board. So it is a dead ball penalty. It'll be on Wilson. They'll assess it on the kickoff. It's still a touchdown. So they'll kick off from the 20, but we got the extra point to take care of first here by Ben Rada. See if he can go 7 for 7 on the night.
Rada's got a nice day. He gets nice height in the ball.
Touchdown will stand, and Ben Rada will come on to attempt the extra point.
And that run also resulted in a first down before the touchdown. So 21 first downs now on the night for Wilson.
And if you follow the chase rule, 20-21 first downs, you should win the game.
Yes.
Well, but in this case, both teams have more than 20 first downs here.
That's why I'm still here.
Well, like I said earlier, it's pretty, since the 21-0 mark in the first quarter, it's been in a fairly even game.
Yeah.
Rada to try and make it 49, 27 a flag. We'll see what. An illegal substitution. Or what do we got here?
I think that young man might have just gotten tossed. Except they assess it on the kickoff, maybe put it back where you would originally. Yeah, because somebody else came back in.
We shall see then after this extra point. Good. 49-27, Wilson on top of Hempfield on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2 and PCN.
You may recycle your electronics, appliances, and mercury thermostats at the Dauphin County Recycling Center.
In addition to 8 local drop-off sites for recyclable materials.
Recycling matters in Dauphin County.
Since 2001, Dauphin County has recycled over 10,000 tons of electronics.
And 1.6 million tons of recyclables like cardboard and plastics.
Keep up the great work.
Bring it on!
Two runs by Akins for 37 yards, which took 43 seconds. Extra point was good to make it 49-27. Akins over 130 yards on the night as the offensive numbers just keep on keeping on here.
Now going forward, and Rob knows this as well as I do, that as coaches, you're always looking for where can we improve here. And you know, Wilson has given up points this year, and I wouldn't say that they have played a good game overall, but you know, they have given up 27 points. They gave up 40-some points to Roman Catholic. They gave up 36 points to Central Dauphin. So, you know, looking forward, you want to be a strong playoff team. You've got to be able to stop the other team at some point during the course of the game.
Yeah, I think their offensive is
nice,
set.
Yeah, nice
I think
concept.
their special teams look good.
Yep.
But you're right. Defensively, they need a little bit of help.
From the 22. A little bit of juke move by...
Much better field position.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be, you would say championships win defense, but in the games today, I don't believe that is always a true statement anymore, but you do have to play defense.
You do.
And I think you look at the college game and in the Big 12, you know, the Oklahoma, those teams, they could score, but they couldn't stop other teams. Where you look at Georgia and Alabama, they could score, but they could stop other teams as well.
Georgia's defenses the last 2 years have been ridiculous.
All right, Hempfield takes over at their own 42. Charles in motion this time. He'll be the flanker. Landis looking. Has a Ryan Abrams at the 40, but he loses ground.
And I think that's where Harrisburg's not quite as good this year because they're not quite as good defensively as they have been.
A loss of about 3.
So mark him back at the 39. Gentlemen, I'm going to go back 3 weeks. I asked For Chapman a trivia question. I never got the chance to give him an answer to, so I'm going to ask it again.
Uh-oh.
And it's a pro football question.
Well, if Ford didn't know it, I can tell you now I'm not going to know it.
I'm going to try it.
I'll try.
We'll give it to you after this play here. 2nd down, 13 to go for Hempfield. And no, they didn't call neutral zone infraction, but Landis throws it out to Gates, and that's
catch 16.
That's 16, and he'll be a yard short
and
of
I'll
the
say
first down.
12 of those catches have been the similar route.
Yes, yeah, I agree. And well executed.
So give him 12, and it's going to be 3rd and 1. So the question was, in both the NFC and the AFC, who was the last straight-on kicker?
Can you tell if it's AFC or NFC? No?
It's who was the last person, who was the last kicker in both conferences?
Oh, so we got to have 2 answers?
It is a first down off the run.
Gets what he needs to move the change as he gets down to the 45.
So give the run to Eli Walls, and he's got enough for a first down. As he took it up to the 45. That's 4 yards.
Well, I'm going to really, I'm going to love seeing the final yardage on this game.
Hey, for the trivia question, can I make a phone call and call for
I'm going to, okay, was the NFC guy a Washington Redskin?
Yes.
Mark Mosley, is that his name?
And that answers both halves of it, because his last year, 1986,
Look at
he
you.
played for the Cleveland Browns when Matt Barr from Penn State got hurt.
All right, I hope you're listening.
Landis, I told him afterwards because I forgot to do it. Landis gets 5 yards up to the 40-yard line.
As soon as you asked the question, I was thinking, I can picture the Redskin guy, but I couldn't remember his last name.
Again, there's Landis, made a great decision. He had nowhere to go with the ball. He pulled it down, got positive yards. Again, never panicked.
So to the 39, be 2nd down and 4. All right, let's see where Micah Gates is going to. He's by himself here on the near side. Single coverage now in motion. Back to the crossbuck. And backwards.
Just nowhere to go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white helmets there. And a loss.
I'm going to be curious. I want to see how many plays each team ran also.
Yeah.
Remember years ago we played Lower Dolphin when Coach Panelon was the head coach. We played him over at Hershey Stadium, and they were running the veer back then. They ran 80 plays against us.
3rd down and 7 with under 7 minutes to go.
That's unheard of.
Yes.
3rd and
Max
7.
protection.
Landis.
Nice.
First down.
See, and that's the same concept they've run all night, except they just hitched the number 1 receiver up that time. I like that concept. It's nice.
Line change will keep on moving.
Went to Braden Charles that time for the first down.
Hempfield first down at the 31.
Unofficially, that is more than 100 offensive plays combined for the two teams. As the clock keeps moving here as we approach halfway through the 4th quarter. Play 106, as Joe Peterson says, is a pass and incomplete.
I would have thought it was more.
It certainly seems like it. But these two teams have been going at it all night long.
Well, the fact that we've had over 40 first downs
yes.
alone.
Yeah, Hempfield is trying to earn their 25th first down here. Wilson's got 21 already.
2nd down and 10.
Milano.
Got a lot of that himself.
Up to the 25.
Yeah, there were a couple of I mean, the early start for Hempfield was really put them in the hole, but then that long pass play, was it Gruber?
Yes.
at the end of the half that really hurt Hempfield right at the end of the half.
And then that long run.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You take those few plays out, and this is a pretty close ball game.
It was 21-0 before Hempfield got the first down.
Good point. Yep.
Yeah, good point, Travis. They were 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out.
Offsides. Looks like we'll give.
It's going to be offsides against Wilson.
We'll give Hempfield that 25th first down.
And that's going to be enough to move the chains. First down for the Black Knights.
Yeah, in case you're just joining us, it was 21-0 with 4:01 left to go in the first quarter. Hempfield went 3 and out. Wilson 5 plays touchdown. Hempfield 3 and out. Wilson 5 plays touchdown. Hempfield 3 punt. Wilson returned the punt for the touchdown to make it 21-0, and they never gave up the lead. And it's been pretty even since.
Yeah, the deficit's 20-22.
Incomplete. That was intended for Gates, out of the hands of Gruber. So second down and 10.
And Rob, this is why I can't coach anymore. I can't stay up this late.
I was just gonna say. Are you two gonna have to apologize to your wives too for being out so late here?
No, they're actually glad we're out of the house.
We might have to do our recap live on High School Football Frenzy here, depending on how much we go here. But we're having fun here. We're not making fun of the length here. We love being here. We love watching these kids on the stage that they're on. Caldwell, this is the first time we're calling his name for a couple.
Well, the thing I like about the game, like you can run offenses like this, and a lot of schools do now, or you can be a veer team like Cocalico and win. I just looked at one of my phone. The Cocalico's beating Wyomissing pretty badly tonight.
Yeah, all the scores coming up on the High School Football Frenzy a little more than an hour from now on Fox 43. Glad you're with us tonight on Fox 43.2. Also, you can catch this game archived at hsslivetv.com. And again, thanks to our friends at Pennsylvania Cable Network for bringing it to you tonight. Pass intercepted. In and out of the hands of Gates and intercepted by Adam Woods. And that's the third interception by this Wilson secondary tonight.
And again, I'm not going to blame Landis. You're at the point in the game, you've got to try it. Did it, was, an extra body there? There was, but the kids had an outstanding night.
So it'll be first down for Wilson from their own 9.
Somebody said something.
I'll make it the 24 then, most likely.
No, I think it's against Wilson.
Or it could be offsetting, too. We shall see. Looking both ways here. I think the Hempfield Marching Band still is waiting to perform here. They're the post-game entertainment.
Oh, okay.
So if you hear the marching band off in the distance, they are rehearsing for their post-game performance.
Dom's not happy with the call.
Oh,
wow!
Oh, how can that be?
Yeah, it's interesting.
The flag came 30 seconds after the play was over.
Landis was asking the official behind him again, it's not his call, but that is who he was talking to. Yeah, I'm a little surprised about that one.
So instead we're gonna have first down for the Ravens.
So pass interference, and that ends up being a first down with the half the distance. So it'll be first and goal from the 8. So Doug Dom still talking it over with the official.
I would not be happy if I were Doug Doms right now.
I agree.
Despite the fact, you have a 22-point lead, that to have the flag come long after the play.
So from the 7-yard line is where we will get underway again. So now Landis gets another shot here at the end zone. And he's going to take it himself. Ramrods his way up to about the 1.
Nice, very well executed. Again, something else he could add to his highlight film.
He's going to get down to the 1-yard line.
So second down and goal. I'm surprised they didn't call 2 plays in the huddle and just run the same thing right afterwards. So Landis again in shotgun.
QB power.
He'll take it himself for the 4th time tonight and score. Touchdown.
6 on the board. Jackson Landis, another rushing touchdown.
"12 plays, 59 yards, and took 5 minutes and 24 seconds.
I guess we'll see the onside kick.
I would assume. Yeah, it looks like they are kicking. Thought maybe they consider going for 2 here.
So Brady Bisco, watch 10 in white, and he decided to call off the dogs this time as the extra point is good. So 49-34, Wilson leads Hempfield on High School Sports Live on Fox 43.2.
Breaker box is toast. Recommend the whole rewiring.
Well, that sounds expensive. Is that something a home equity loan could help with?
No clue, but listen, if you're trying to make money fast, head down to the horse track and let it all ride on Old Cloud Stomper. Jockey's my cousin. Well, second.
That works for you?
It will work. It will.
Let me think about that.
Borrow better with our range of fast and easy loans. Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
So doing some quick math here. Landis, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown to go along with the 2 touchdown passes that he's had. So he's accounted for a part of all 5 touchdowns for Hempfield, as the lead is once again within 2 scores for Hempfield, and odds are we're going to see onside kick again from Brady Bisco.
So this is something as a coaching staff you generally work on Thursday, and Thursday only, I would say.
Let's see if this time they do keep a safety valve back. We always taught one of the guys does not release, and he stays back just in case it does get caught in the air, because everybody's traveling one way at 100 miles an hour. That's a problem.
And there's no secret where he's coming with that football.
And
well done.
Yep.
Very good.
Yeah, too many times I think as a receiver of the onside kick, you're a little hesitant. I like the way that he went up and attacked it and felt comfortable getting it.
That's Chris Hunsaker, number 11. Not the guy who's on the cheerleader's shoulders there, but 11 for Wilson. Recovered the onside kick, went and got it.
Yeah, you don't want to put somebody out there that says, I don't want anything to do with it.
Right. So we have 3.5 minutes here. Let's see if they can milk the clock a little bit.
2 first downs should do it.
At the end of the ball game.
Hempfield does have 2 timeouts. Hunsaker to Akins. And stays in bounds.
Good job staying in bounds.
Yes.
It looked, you know, a lot of high school kids would have just taken that all the way to the sideline.
So 2 yards on the gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
So what a nice addition with the 35-second clock on the
Yeah,
fields now.
Yeah.
It's, you know, so much more convenient. Years ago, you had to watch that back judge, and that wasn't always the easiest thing.
All right, play clock is now at 10. Akins now left side. Up to the 42. 3 more yards.
Get us under the 2-minute mark.
Catch.
For the next snap.
Another carry to Akins. Again, another 3, 3rd down and 5 for Wilson as we approach the 2-minute mark.
So, Rob, if it gets to be 4th and 3, you going for it?
I think we're there in the
I think
field.
so, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
A
unless you-
1-score game, probably not, but 2-score game.
Yeah. Unless you do have that, well, the quarterback's the punter. If he's really good at pinning it in, but yeah, you might as well.
Yeah, Hunsaker has not punted here in the second half, and he takes it himself to the 37.
Oh, heads up. That's late.
That's Polly, and
That'll be a first down.
don't want to see that, and that's going to be 15 yards.
Yeah, we're getting a little chippy here, unfortunately.
The play itself looked like it's enough for a first down. So we get the call, and it's going to be dead ball.
So if Hempfield wouldn't use
To both ways.
Hempfield wouldn't use their timeouts, and it is a first down. You could take a knee 3 times, and the game would end.
Yeah.
So the 36-yard line is where give it a 6 yards. First down and 10 at the 36. They'll move the chains. So we get to 150 here to go.
It's going to be first down and 10 for Wilson.
And the clock continues to run. Apologies if you can hear that through our microphones. They're going to run the play clock down at it's under 20, so they have to snap it by the time the clock reaches 1:09. Akins up the middle. He'll barrel up to about the 32. That's 4 yards. He's approaching 150 yards on the night as Carell Akins.
Ball spotted just inside the 32-yard line. Being forward.
Coming up should be the last play.
Yeah,
the play clock at 25.
Yep, this should be the last snap. Coaches are removing the headsets. That's always a good sign.
Most likely going to see And yes, we have it. Our first play by a quarterback under center. And it's the one victory formation. And there it is.
All right. Good, well-played game.
Yes, a lot of offense.
We'll recap it all in the Capital Blue Cross post-game report. F&M Trust play of the game, Hoffman Ford player of the game, all coming up following these words here on High School Sports Live at Fox 43.2 and the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
That's everything. Receipts in the bag.
Awesome. Say, how do you, budget?
Well, I have a spreadsheet that I update annually.
Okay.
And I round up on income and round down on expenses.
Well, that sounds backwards, right?
No, I'm pretty sure that's right. Income up, debt down. Looks good on paper.
Huh.
Keep your budget in shape with our personal finance tool. Have better conversations about your money with the right people at F&M Trust.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
More choices, more laughter, more time to play, and less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
In the dynamic world of construction, Groff Tractor and Equipment stands as your trusted John Deere and Workin' dealer. With our extensive range of construction sales and rentals, we provide the equipment you need to tackle any project. But our commitment doesn't stop there. Our comprehensive parts and service departments are there to make sure your equipment is operating at its best, minimizing downtime and maximizing productivity. Our dedicated technicians ensure your equipment operates at peak performance. Our technician internship opportunities provide a pathway to a successful career. Learn from skilled professionals and grow with us. Trust, reliability, and exceptional service. That's Groff Tractor and Equipment. Stop by, give us a call, or visit our website today for more information. Groff Tractor and Equipment, your #1 source for everything under construction.
This is the Capital Blue Cross post-game show. Final score, Wilson 49-34 over Hempfield. A lot of stars to pick from tonight and a lot of great plays to pick from tonight as well. Let's get right to our play of the game presented by our friends at F&M Trust. We told you over and over it was 21-0, but then Hempfield came back to make it a respectable game at 28-14. But then this is the play that pretty much broke the back of Hempfield. It was Tommy Hunsaker hanging in the pocket, finding Maddox Gruber all alone for 80 yards and the touchdown.
Yeah, I was impressed with his speed. As I said when he scored, he looks like he has that easy speed where he just glides out there, but he's gobbling up turf.
Yeah, the execution by Wilson's offense is kind of scary. Again, he'd thrown for over 200 yards in the first half. They didn't overdo it in the second half. He ended up just shy of 300, but what a phenomenal night.
Are you impressed by him?
I'm very impressed.
Because he's our player of the game, our Hoffman Ford player of the game. He goes 16 for 23, 290 yards, 4 touchdowns, receptions to 6 different guys, and just a great job by Hunsaker all around here for our player of the game, our Hoffman Ford player of the game. Congratulations, Tommy Hunsaker, with a great night and just impressive numbers here by Hunsaker. We want you to join us in 2 weeks here on High School Sports Live for our Game of the Week as Central Dauphin takes on Central Dauphin East. For Rob Clark and Bill Chase and everybody with Invicta, I'm Travis Sparks. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight on Fox 43.2 and the Pennsylvania Cable Network.